Alright guys, hello, can you guys hear me? See me? Well, you can't see me, okay. You should be able to hear me now. I wanted to make sure that I gave a little bit of time at the beginning just because I talked about this during Has Been Hotel, but Hunter and I accidentally, how do I say this? We started making our jokes before the actual stream started, and so you guys missed them. Like, almost every time I looked back at the streams and they were, like, in the middle of a sentence. So I did start a little bit early, because as you guys can see, I'm pretty much trapped. Like, I'm stuck here. There's no way to get me out. I don't know if you guys can tell. I have a, one of those, like, desk things that you, like, put in the bathtub to read with you between the arms of the chair so I can bring my keyboard over here. So I was like, well, I'm a half an hour early, but can I go anywhere? No, like, I'm stuck here, so we might as well start. So I'm just gonna make my tweets, be patient with me. Preminger spotted. Yeah, Preminger's kind of clickbait. I don't know if there's anything that we can actually do with Preminger other than his, reprise, but the agenda for today is I'm gonna explain the conceit here. Like, I'm gonna explain the idea with what we are doing. I have some housekeeping notes, then we're just gonna get into it. But yes, let me make my tweet. Birthday stream. Oh my god, day 2. What do I make next? You decide! Exclamation. Okay, there we go. Hi Cal, how are you doing today? I'm good, even though I am, like I said, trapped in my nest. Even though I'm trapped here and I can't get up, yeah, I'm good, I'm doing good. I was a little late to get started today. You know, Arnold wanted to order breakfast for me, but we were snowed in, so we had to unsnow ourselves, basically. Like, we had to get out, so the delivery person could come, to the door, because otherwise, like I said, we were, stuck. So yeah, I'm just making my tweets, then I'm gonna add the Discord server, and then we will get started here. Trapped. Yeah, so I, mentioned this at the beginning, but I'm stuck because of this table. Like, I'm stuck here. Oh, or did you mean trapped inside of my house because of the snow? Also trapped in that way, too. But yeah, I'm trapped both ways. Like, this morning we were trapped in the house because of the snow. Now I'm trapped in my chair, and I can't go anywhere. So that's why I started the stream early. Some of you guys might be delayed in talking about the first time I talked about being trapped, which was me being like, I might as well start a half an hour early because I can't get up. It's not like I can, like, get up, go do something, and then get back in this position. Like, we might as well start, like, it's too much work, you know? Okay. The Fontaine music is ending, and I have added everybody. Let's go. Okay. Hi, everyone. Let's do this, and then where are our Patreon little guys? Let's do this at the beginning. These are all of the people that either sent super chats or they were a patron during, presumably Has Been Hotel time, but here's the thing, Patreon messed up a little bit, with these names and whatnot, so I hope that I got everyone, but if, like, potentially if you deleted your pledge in December, I don't know if it fully got you. I tried to organize it by month, like everybody who, you know, did something in November, but technology is tricky, very tricky, guys. Okay, so now that we have gotten all of that out of the way, let's talk about what we are doing in this stream today. Oh, Fontaine Part 2 Electric Boogaloo is playing, I think. That is the formal name of this song. Let me also try to sit up so you guys aren't just staring at the top of my head. How are you always so organized? Well, I made this for you guys. My normal documents don't always look this way, but I made this for you guys and the stream today. So I don't know if you guys remember when I made the community post being like, I have such a nerdy idea for my birthday that nobody else is gonna care except for me. This was the idea, which is you decide. So let's back up a little bit. Why are we doing this now? This is not just a fun birthday activity, but I mentioned a couple streams ago that not at the beginning, hold on. I mentioned a couple streams ago that in September 2026, I am leaving the country for a job. That's all I'm gonna talk about, like, you know, say about it at this time. It's an entertainment job, but you know, privacy, all that fun stuff. I don't want to, you know, dox myself, all of that. So, I'm not gonna be here. I don't know if that means that I'm not gonna, like, do videos, right? Because it's not like I'm, you know, on an island in the middle of nowhere or anything. Sorry, guys. I mentioned this the other day, and my nose is, like, always runny. At this time of year, I'm gross. Sorry. In the middle of my explanation, I'm gross. Hi. We need to get started. Obviously, I'm not like on a deserted island with no internet, but it's gonna be a matter of time, and then it's also gonna be a matter of like, well, am I gonna bring my PC? I don't know. Is Arnold gonna send me, he has like a spare PC and like that was supposed to be for me, for when I go to his house to work. He might send me that PC. Am I gonna have a camera? Am I going to have a roommate? Right? I shouldn't have a roommate because I've talked about this before, but I have severe insomnia. So I have a medical accommodation, but you know, like that may not get accommodated even though that's gonna mess me up. If I do have a roommate, it's less about the roommate being in the room and more about like if I'm not like sleeping properly, I don't know if I'll have the energy to work and make videos, right? So all of that, right? Like all of that sort of stuff, you know? So what I would like to do is pre-record at least 6 videos to release every other month while I'm doing this work, like while I'm gone. At minimum 4, like once a quarter, just so you guys know that I'm not dead. Which means that I need to like figure out what we're gonna do for the rest of the year up until September, and then what should release during that September time. Now, I was supposed to start doing this in October, and I tried. It's not been going very well. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mostly because of Has-Been Hotel and stuff, which happened in November, but you guys understand what I'm saying, right? So I had a lot of confidence in myself that like, oh, I'm gonna spend all of October and November scripting, and it's all gonna be okay, and like, whatever, and that was not true. It was not okay, because 3 out of the, you know, 7 days of the week were Has-Been Hotel related stuff. What? Swan Princess? What else is there? That's an interesting idea, guys. Okay, I love how you guys are already, like, starting, like, I didn't even explain myself fully, and you guys are already, like, you know, clocking what needs to be done here. So yeah, so I'm leaving, basically, kind of. I will make a formal video about it when we're closer to around that time, like, I'll make a dramatic clickbait video, but I'm just telling, like, you know, whoever was here, you guys know ahead of time, but like the 15,000 people that are subscribed to me, they'll find out some other time, it's fine. So, yes, I'll write that down. That's a very good idea for the Swan Princess. So, let's go through exactly what I want from you guys today, and what you guys want from me, because this is about you guys too. Okay, I obviously have my own ideas. I am also going to, hold on, I actually have to make another... do I? This was like my prediction of the interest level. I feel like that I should make one that has to do with you guys, if that makes sense. Stream interest. And that'll be a manual. I'll just put that in. Like, I'll just put that, like, you know what I mean? If you guys are like, we'll take a vote, kinda. Like an informal sort of vote about, like, how much you guys were interested in. So, this is the video. This is the type of video. So, a video essay, self-explanatory. A listicle is sort of like that. I did the 10 abandoned Disney songs, right? So that's a listicle. It's like top 10. But it's not necessarily ranking. It's just like something that we're talking about things in sequence, as opposed to like a video essay with like an opening, an argument, and like a conclusion. And this is, so stream interest is what we'll talk about together. And you guys will also give me video ideas, like, period, in general. And then this interest level is just my theory about how well it's going to do. This is the status of the video, which obviously doesn't really matter to you guys today, because if you guys give me a new idea, that's what it'll be. Like, that's it, it's just an idea. This is my prediction for how hard it's gonna be. And then this is like, if something specifically like this seems like a video that we should post around Christmas, because either it's Christmas related or the ad revenue will be high. Now let's talk about Disney leading man problem, okay? I thought that I was gonna get it out in December, and part of it, let's all be honest, I wanted that, you know, juicy, I wanted the juicy ad revenue, and I don't think that's gonna happen, because if we look at how much time, and I also have my phone here so we can, like, either go creep other people's channels or, like, do some research. This is, again, very nerdy, stream. But, okay, so it's the 7th. Even if by some miracle, I'm okay with the script I have now, which I'm not, to get this out comfortably, to get any sort of, like, Christmas ad revenue, it would need to come out on the 20th. That's 2 weeks. That basically means that I'm not doing anything else, right? Like, you know, I won't be able to get back to Genshin. I won't be able to stream Twisted Wonderland. That is going to be sad. So, I don't think it's happening. Like, I don't think it's happening. So, I think that, first of all, we have to get the December release month out of there, because that's not true. Stream interest, I know that you guys want this one, because you guys have told me, and I've teased it, and so it's kind of my fault. We're just gonna put high, like that. So, there you go. So, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that we have to I think that this is gonna be a March. I'm feeling March in my heart, because you guys will notice. So let's talk about which Disney songs are actually canon. I already recorded this in July when I had my old hair. This was like part of my pre-recording endeavor, because even though I didn't get the job yet, I had a feeling that I would get it, so I tried to do this in July, but then K-pop Demon Hunter stuff happened, and then I fell behind again. So you guys can kind of see the constant, like, through line of this is, like, I try to get ahead and then I fail, because something happens, but I think that nothing is going to happen. From January to, like, June, I don't think anything's gonna happen, so hopefully we'll be okay. So I have that slotted for February. And then I have a note that says start editing in December, bestie. So, how should I, okay. So let's now say that the leading man problem is March. So I'm pretty sure that should be 1/3/2026. Is it? Or is that the wrong way? Oh, for goodness sakes. Okay, I hate that. Guys, I am a truther of date, month, year. I'm a date, month, year truther. I don't like how, oh, you guys can't even see this side of the release date board, because it's over here. I'm a date, month, year truther. Truther and trooper. I don't like the idea of putting the day first. That's just stupid. I'm late, how does this work? We only just got here, so don't worry. Okay. Has-Been Hotel Musical Redemption. This is another idea I'm working on right now. I said maybe we'll get this done in December. What I'm really struggling with is the idea of how many examples to put. So, what do you guys think about this? So, basically what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna go through what's already on the board, and then we'll talk about, like, stuff that's not on the board that you guys are interested in. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So if you guys are like, Cal, I desperately want you to talk about Winter Wrap-Up, like the My Little Pony song, we will put that after the Spider Riders deep dive, see? So, it's all gonna make sense in a second. So here's my thing about Has-Been Hotel's Musical Redemption. So the way that this is scripted right now is that it's scripted in the 4 categories that I usually talk about. So, like, composition, lyrics, storytelling, and, like, a mysterious third thing, right? Like the key lesson of the end of the video, right? All of that stuff. So, here's my question for you guys, and this is something I struggle with all the time, is how many examples do you guys think that we need per section? Because part of me is like, 3 examples, we're done. Like, that's it. That's all that you should get. So, for example, like, Poison has no reactive elements in it other than, like, these 2 times, and that's sad. Whatever It Takes sounds like a Hannah Montana, you know, PS2 main title screen, situation, like, that sort of thing. And let's just say, like Hell's Greatest Dad, there's a whole section where it's just a copy and paste of Lucifer's part, even though Alistair's singing, so they didn't do anything to differentiate him musically, and that bothers me. Like, let's pretend that those are our free examples for the composition kinda not, like, hitting and not doing what it's supposed to, right? What I always struggle with is, well, how many examples do we really need? You know? Because there's always gonna be somebody that's like, haha, Cal, gotcha, there's a secret thing that you didn't talk about, and like, what about this? You know? And I'm always like, should I really be catering to what about this? Like, how much do I need to worry about what about this? You know? And so, you know, for the princess video, I had a whole section basically explaining why every Disney princess, up until the ones that aren't, are victims, right? So Ariel, Cinderella, Aurora, and then I cut that because I'm like, but that's common sense, I think. I would say, for most people, like, especially if they're Disney fans, right? We know. And you said it sounds like Hannah Montana PS2 music? Guys, that's not dissing Hannah Montana, that's the game. Like, that's the title screen. That's like the shovelware, Do you guys know that Phineas and Ferb has a DS kit? Anyway, maybe like one example for bad, 2 examples for good or something like that. 2 is good, like 2 each, right? Well, best of luck for your future videos. Happy birthday again. Thank you, Titan, thank you. But yeah, I feel like you guys would be reasonably interested in this, right? We've talked about it in the stream before, so I know that some of you may be like, Cal, we've been there, we've done that, but I feel like this is a medium sort of interest. Yeah, it's a shovelware. Okay. So we don't really have to do any work for that one, but I think 2 to 3 examples, because if somebody is like, what about this? Like, I can just reply to that person, you know? Like, I feel like that it's not that big of a deal, because it's not a lecture, you know? It's a discussion, right? And so I feel like that that's okay. So I need to revise that script because it's a little messy. It's messy. It's too messy. The listicle one, we're good. I already recorded that, so whether you guys want it or not, it doesn't matter. The Wish reaction with Hunter, that's fine. Barbie Princess and the Popper, that's okay. But let me just fill in these ones. So that's probably gonna be high. That's gonna be medium. This one I expect that, ooh, there's nothing in that slot. I can't see. You guys are gonna find out that I can't see, by the way. That's why we're in a little bit of a precarious situation right now. I feel like you've already talked about how it works in your reaction. Yeah, that is true, right? And so I feel like that for most people, like they've heard it before. So it's going to be, I feel like it's kind of a medium, like we've been there, we've done that, but it's more so to attract new people to the channel, I guess we could say. This, I feel, this one has high potential, but I just don't know yet. Okay, so we have some empty video slots here. So what I'm gonna do is I think we should probably, start, like, sorting out, yeah, okay, so first of all, hold on, let me put, what else is there? Swan print, that's funny. That may not be the title, that may be like a thumbnail text. Here's my problem with the Swan Princess, I can't find the movie. So I need to get it, I need to buy it on DVD or something, because I can't find the movie on any Canadian streaming service, so I haven't done that yet. So, okay, so what we have to do right now, quickly, is kind of roughly decide, okay, so this video, the Song Canon one, is going to come out in February. We think. We imagine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sort column A to Z, and so I think that that's now going to put them in like the chronological order where I think that they're gonna release. So this one is September, and then this one is for Christmas. So let me make a couple of columns, and so now what you guys are gonna tell me is what do you want me to do from now until September, basically. This is like, the floor is yours. We are open to your idea, if there's something in your heart. Now, what I will say is that I am gonna give an example of something that I've been thinking about, which is, this is not gonna be what it's called. What's in a love interest, Prince Eric, right? So, my idea for this is after Disney leading man problem, we can now make individual videos about the leading men. I don't know how well this would do, really, but it should be a relatively easy editing process. Sarah's confession. Yes. Sarah's confession. I almost feel confident that we could title that like Sarah's confession is the best song in Has Been Hotel. Like something like that. Why Sarah's, oh my god, why Sarah's confession is Has Been Hotel's best song, something like that, right? That's probably, I feel pretty confident that that's gonna be an over 10K situation idea. Let's put medium, and then editing should be relatively easy because we only have the has-been footage, right? So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill out some ideas, and then I'll decide, I guess, like in the schedule where exactly they would go. But yeah, so I want to like build, exactly guys, like building on the foundation of the leading man problem of like afterwards, let's talk about the good ones. You know, let's talk about Prince Eric, let's talk about Prince Philip. And then if I'm away, those would be videos that are like relatively kind of easy to do. Disney Channel song analysis. The question would be, well, here's an interesting thing. Freelex, can you tell me when Camp Rock 3 or whatever it is comes out? Because I feel like that, like, if we time something with Camp Rock release date, that would kind of make sense. The thing is, though, I'm not like super crazy about any of the Disney like Channel original musicals. Can it be a song from a Broadway show? That's a good question. Here's my stipulation for that vlog. The problem with doing something from a Broadway show is that it might be a little too niche depending on what it is, right? Camp Rock is coming next June, okay. So we might put tentatively like Camp Rock ? And like a Camp Rock relevant, like that could even be like Hunter and I react to Camp Rock. I don't know if Hunter's ever seen it, and I haven't seen it in ages. So like, you know how Alex Myers kind of does that? He's like, oh, Camp Rock was really weird or something, and then he times it for when the new movie comes out. Like, I feel like we could do something like that. Sorry, vlog, I got ADHD'd in the middle of answering your question. Oh, good lord. For example, if you want a song from the Anastasia musical, I can do that. Like, I could do that for you. Because I can put Anastasia in the thumbnail. Right? So that's a relatively... hold on. That's a relatively easy sort of thing, right? If it's like, this Little Mermaid song is better than the whatever, like it's in the Little Mermaid Broadway musical, I can do that, right? Because it has a character. But if you want me to talk about The Great Gatsby or something, that's where we kind of get in like a like a sort of because I don't know if anyone's gonna click on that, to be honest, right? I have been like sort of toying around with the idea of doing Patreon only videos on that sort of like niche stuff. Do you guys know what I'm obsessed with lately? I'm obsessed with You're Nothing Without Me from oh god, from City of Angels. And David Zeppel actually did the lyrics, and David Zeppel did the lyrics for Hercules, and it's such a cleverly written song. I want to talk about it so bad. I want to do it so bad, but the problem is, like, no one's gonna watch that. So that could be an idea for, like, the patrons get that, and it's like me in a PowerPoint, and it's not like super edited, but I go through the same stuff that we usually go through. Like, that could be something. What about Death Becomes Her or Hades Town? Hades Town, I feel like Hades Town is a bit more reasonable. I feel like that Hades Town would work. I don't know about Death Becomes Her, though. I haven't seen it, so I'm not sure. I do know that there's a movie based off of it, so, like, maybe it could be like, oh, well, how well did they... You know what I watched a while ago that I thought was really interesting? Was somebody compared the Legally Blonde musical to the Legally Blonde movie, and, like, how well did they adapt it? I thought that that was a really interesting video. So there's always the potential for something like that, but I would have to watch the movie and I would have to watch the musical. So why don't we, so here's where the videos where I'm not sure what to do with them yet. They're gonna go down here. Camp Rock ? Can go down here. And let's put a note. Camp Rock 3 comes out in July, summer. Did you guys say July or summer? Summer 2026. Okay. And then let's put the Death Becomes Her, maybe either Death Becomes Her adaption compare, maybe? And then we can just leave that down there. An idea from the chat that's like, okay, there was interest in like something like that, but in terms of doing it, I would subscribe to your Patreon for a whole year if you did Patreon exclusive stuff. Okay, noted. I would have to, here's my thing. I would have to like figure out all this stuff first, like in terms of, you know, me getting organized for the rest of the year and the time that I'm gone before I would consider something like that. But I'm glad to know that there is some interest. Okay. I approve of the Swan Princess one. It makes me so annoyed. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. So, okay, so if Sarah's confession, the dates for this, by the way, are tentative. If you guys, like, look back at this video and you're like, Calxiyn, none of these came out when you said that they were going to. Like, don't worry about it, right? This is more so like we need, if this is February, I think I said, and this is March, and this is April, this is May, June, July, August. And let's make a blank space. Let's do that. Like, that's kind of the vibe, right? Like, that's kind of the vibe here. So why don't we relocate Swan Princess if it won't break the Google Sheet? Because I do want to make that one before I leave because it's been on my mind in the middle. Okay, that's fine. It's been on my mind, like, in the middle of the night. I did that. Control V. I did that. Hello? No, that didn't work. Paste. No. Okay. How do I do this, guys? Does anybody know how to work Google Sheets better than I do? I wanna, like, copy everything. How do I move you all the way over there? I don't know. Transposed? Okay, well, that just didn't work. It didn't work. Okay, fine. I'm gonna put, like, a fake date, then, in this one. Because it's not working. It's not working! Okay. And we'll probably have to redo the column type. I love how you guys can just, like, this is like Cal is horrible with technology, like the live stream. Like, that's what's going on. You move your cursor to the edge of the row and drag it. Oh, it's too late. I'm sorry. Oh no, but something happened here. I don't like that. Okay, you move your cursor to the edge of the row. To the edge of the row. And drag it. Ah! That's not good. Nice singing, Cal. Was I singing? I didn't even realize. I didn't even notice. Okay, cut. Please. Paste. No. Paste special? Conditional formatting? No, that didn't work either. Values? Okay. That's fine, right? Famous last words. Okay. Anyway. Yes, so chat has, like, good amount of interest. You guys are good amount of interest in the Swan Princess. Do you like the Care Bears? Well, like, I'm, like, as an adult, I have not rewatched the Care Bears. The Care Too Much wasn't about, like, the Care Bears. It was not, for legal reasons and for just in general, I'm being honest, it wasn't about the Care Bears at first. It was actually, I don't know if Hannah would be here today, but my friend Hannah from Musical Theater School, her YouTube channel is called Hannah's Overinvested. And so I was like, ooh, I should do that, but do Calxiyn Cares Too Much, like for the alliteration. I think that Kaito Dan actually helped out with that naming idea. But yeah, so I like this. I like where we're going with this. I am gonna move, though, the leading man thing. I know we said that, like, what's in these spots, it doesn't actually matter, but it's just bothering me that they're right next to each other, you know? That's fine, right? Okay. Can we request reactions? Yeah, I mean, you can. It doesn't mean we're gonna do, it doesn't mean it's gonna happen. But like, there's nothing wrong with asking, of course, right? I was actually thinking again as sort of a Patreon exclusive type, situation, right? I have never seen the Robin Hood movie with the furries. I've never seen Raya and the Last Dragon. I haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon. Right, so maybe before Hunter and I leave, if that's something that you guys are interested in, let me know and I can put that on the list as well. But yeah, I think I I do want Has-Been's musical redemption thing. I do want this to come out. Like, I want all of these videos to come out, but I would like this to come out before, I make a song analysis about Sarah or anybody. Paste values, there we go, okay. For videos about fixing and reviewing songs, will you continue to give your suggestions for fixing certain lines and lyrics? Yes. Not for like this, not for the Has-Been musical redemption thing, because that's more of like an overview on generally how all of the songs have gotten better. But like if you're asking about something like Wish, for example, like, yeah. Let's mark this, I'm gonna mark this as December 31st. I'm not sure. It's half my day at work, oh no! I know, you guys can tell that I'm unemployed because I'm butchering this Google sheet, but you also have to remember that, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm trapped in this chair. Like, so part of this is like that, like, part of this is that. The Pied Piper musical! So I did post that on my community tab. I'm not sure if the creator's gonna allow reactions to it because I think that the creators in Korea and obviously in like Japan, Korea, etc., they have different copyright laws than we do. I haven't seen anyone react to it, but Hunter and I we were gonna do it yesterday and then we just like ran out of time to do it before. So I will write down the Pied Piper thing, but we were gonna do it anyway, so don't worry. In terms of the other one, I would have to look it up. Pied Piper reaction / out from Undor. Okay, so those would be on this channel, I think. Like, I think that those would end up on the channel on this one as opposed to Calxiyn, just because they are musical theater prominent. Whereas when we do Digital Circus and stuff, we do post that on the Calxiyn main channel. Need to research reaction policy. We could always upload those on Patreon and do a time sync reaction, so like you press play when I press play, but it depends on how the creators feel about people reacting to their stuff. How is the progress on the musical VTuber? Okay, well, so here's what's happening. Here's my overview. Guys, I have like 10 YouTube shorts in Premiere Pro that I haven't edited them. And I'm pretty sure one of them might be about the VTuber project progress. Okay, so here's what's happening. Oh, Atlantica? Yes, Ace. Actually, I have a script for that, like half of a script about that. And I was like, is anyone gonna watch this? I don't know. So just because you brought it up, I will, I'll put it here. I'm not sure. That might be a like when Calxyn's gone type situation as opposed to when Calxyn's here. Just because it'll also be like an easy edit, right? So I kind of want to do like the hard editing when I'm still at home and I have access to my PC. Whereas even like, I could probably give that to Robin and he would probably be okay. Just cause it's like just Kingdom Hearts footage, probably. Okay. Kingdom Hearts Atlantica. I did. I'm gonna categorize this as negative song. It's not that bad, but it's like, you know, I've actually started scripting that. Oh, everything on my computer just flashed. Are you guys okay? That was weird. I don't like that. I don't know what happened. Oh, the VTubers. Okay, so here's what's happening. The models are almost finished. The art for the models right now. I have gotten all of Soliana's outfits. Udine's outfits are almost done. So now they need to go to the person that is going to puppet the model, like rig the model, and do like the puppetry physics. In terms of the composer, we had a bit of an oopsie where I was waiting for him and he was waiting for me, but we talked and we found out that I was waiting for him. You know what I mean? So like for the past like month, we haven't done anything, but he's basically what he's doing right now is that we have some animation. So he's Mickey Mousing to the animation. So, I've talked about this before. So, Soliana, the whole thing is that Soliana every night has to go fight this monster. And the Fates told Soliana, if you kill the monster, you will be free. Like, that was the deal that they made, right? So, basically there's a fight scene. There's a fight scene in the middle. And I had, actually Chantel Draws, who, also does animatics in the Ruby community. I had her do the animatic of Soliana fighting with the monster. So Jeremy had to receive that, animatic, and now he's Mickey Mousing it, right? So if Soliana, like, throws a spear, he's, like, conveying the throwing of the spear in the music. How expensive is this project? You don't want to know that. You don't want to know. Keep in mind, guys, so the VTuber project has been something that I've been, like, saving for and working on since Ruby Volume 9. And Ruby Volume 9 was a long time ago. Right? Art takes a long time, especially when people have other clients and, you know, like, personal matters and things like that. So the art, I think, the art took more time than we thought it was going to, but it's okay because I got more time to work on the songs and I really needed that time. But all that to say, like, this is not like, when you guys give me money, it does not go to this. When you guys give me money, it goes to food. It goes to, like, giving my mom money, right? So, like, hey mom, I'm not useless and unemployed. You know, like, this money, the Ruby Volume 9 money, my portion of the money went into, like, a savings account for the project, basically. So, like, don't worry about it. Like, but you don't want to know. But this is Ruby money. This is not your money. This is Ruby's money. Like, money that we made when we were doing our reactions and whatnot, right? So, Soliana's room background is done. Soliana's starting soon screen is done. The animation is done for Soliana's song, as much as we can afford. All of the lyrics are done. Some of them may need to be tweaked here and there, but they're done. The composer is almost done with Soliana's song, just doing it on the piano before they, do, like, the orchestration and the instrumentation. We still have Udin's song to do and the opening number to do. We have some rounds of, like, workshopping to do, right? So after, like, when we actually have the songs and I record them, right, the people that are in, like, the group chat that I have are gonna give their workshopping feedback, right? So other people that are, like, writers and, like, songwriters and, like, you know, Arnold and Hunter and all of that stuff, right? And then we're gonna do a blind beta group of, like, not those people, right? So that's gonna be, like, a whole other thing. Do you have a rough release date? I told everybody recently, because I was like, I want to do this really before I leave. And so, if you could prioritize me, I would love you forever. Like, that's basically, like, the email that I sent, right? And so I told them March. I don't know. I hope. That's in my hopes and my dreams. Because I can do it while I'm gone, but it's for the same reason, right? Like, it's for the same reason that I, sort of explained before. Like, am I gonna have roommates? I need to focus on my actual job next year, right? And so it's like, it's gonna be a matter of a time situation. But, like, you know what? I waited this long. My thing is if we don't get everything by May for whatever reason, like, say, for example, something happens and, like, the models aren't finished, like, the rigging, is not finished. If it's, like, May and it's not happening, I'm just gonna wait until I get back. Because we've already waited this long, right? YouTube is a job, I feel. That's true. That's true. But, real world, money, right? So if it's, like, too late, if it seems a little too late, I'm just gonna wait until I get back because there's no point in, like, rushing it, right? Unless, like, when I do have my job, I see that the situation would allow for that extra time and that the VTubing wouldn't be that hard. But, especially for what I want to do and, like, singing and stuff like that, it's better to be here, right, where I have my equipment. And I wouldn't be able to do, like, karaoke with Soliana, I don't think. And that would make me a little sad. But if it is May, or sorry, if it is March, we will have a good, like, 6 months together before I leave and you know, having a good time. Something I'd be interested in is if you took an animated musical that you feel was lackluster and pretended you got hired as a new songwriter and discussed where you would add change songs. That is an interesting idea. Kind of like a Wish rewrite? Is that what you guys are kinda? Because I did have a Wish rewrite. Is it in here? It might not be. So I'm gonna like copy and paste that comment and put it in the notes down here and then like decide, because I do have a Wish rewrite, and what I was gonna do is I was gonna go back and look at that after Hunter and I react to Wish, because then we are going to, it's gonna be fresh in my mind. We're gonna miss you, Cal. Oh gosh, guys. You're gonna make me cry in the stream. But I did start scripting that, so let's put the Wish rewrite in there. But yeah, like that would be a lot of work in terms of writing like full new songs, but that is definitely something I can do in terms of like, how would I fix this? Which, I mean, all of my videos are kind of like, how would I fix this? But usually it's not like in a broad way, right? Script we're gonna do hard, because it's gonna be hard. Editing probably is a medium. I'm not gonna put a date on that though, we'll leave that. Oh, you know what else I was gonna do? But here's the thing. So here's something that I would want you guys', I want you guys' opinion on everything, but here's something that like I particularly want you guys' opinion on. Here's what I've noticed, okay? When I did my epic video, it didn't do as well as I thought it was going to. Which obviously, like, that might be my fault. Like, maybe I didn't title it properly or whatever. But, like, I had an idea for, like, an epic rewrite, but I don't know how people, like, I just don't know how people would feel about that, because, like, I mean, I never mean it in, like, a rude way, right? But I especially wouldn't mean it in, like, a disrespectful way. Right? I really like Epic, you know? I love Epic. I think that it's awesome, like, what they've been able to accomplish. And so I had an idea for, like, a rewrite, though, in terms of, like, how would we bring this to, like, a stage capacity? The streams did so much better than your video. Exactly, right? And so, like, I'm a little sad that my Warrior of the Mind video only, like, has 5K views, and it makes me depressed. I did have an epic rewrite, though. I started it, and I'm sorry. Oh, no. Yeah, I did one for Warrior of the Mind. And it was okay. Like, granted, it was fine because of, like, how, what am I trying to say? The subscriber level that we had at that time, if that makes sense. But I lie awake at night and I'm like, oops, I wish I did better. Was that my fault? Which fairy tales Disney didn't adapt yet? Actually, Holder, you're not the only one that's told me that. Also, Optical Sorcerer, who comments sometimes, I don't know if they're here today, has also told me that. So, what fairy tales should Disney adapt? I like that. I'm gonna put that as medium just because I'm not sure. Like, that sounds like a very niche video. Oh, Corpse Bride. I haven't watched Corpse Bride in a hot minute. I don't actually know what the songs sound like. I would have to investigate. I'm gonna say easy editing because we wouldn't have footage for that, and medium. But I'm not sure how I would slot that into, like, up here. That may be like when Cal's gone, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, Corpse Bride, like, that's very interesting. I haven't seen Corpse Bride in a hot minute. So why don't we, in this category, put, like, oh my gosh, Corpse Bride. Oh boy, Corpse Bride, Epic, Wish, etc. Like, you know, examples. But yeah, I haven't seen Corpse Bride in such a long time. Okay. I'm feeling really good about this, guys. Like, this is all making sense to me. I'm back? Oh, good. Steven Universe movie. Oh, guys, I haven't actually seen Steven Universe. Like, I haven't seen Steven Universe proper. Okay, so let's regroup a second. We have a video for December. We have a video for February. And we have a video for March. We don't have a January video because, this has been musical redemption. We might not make it. So now we're getting in, what is this? April, May, June, July, August, September. You can just watch the movie? Can I? Is that allowed? Sorry guys, hold on, my phone's vibrating. What's going on? Oh, that's okay. We're gonna switch that to Do Not Disturb. Worst musical tropes? I wanted to do a video on you guys' like controversial musical theater opinions, and I did get answers for that, and then I forgot. That might be a live stream, like that may be something that we do as like a live stream. Okay. Yeah, so, see, for February, I kind of wanted to do like a love song, but I don't think that's happening. The text is too small for me to read. Oh no. I was afraid of that. I'm not gonna lie. I tried my best. I am zooming in. What are the videos we've decided on? Okay, Has-Been's Musical Redemption, which Disney songs are actually canon, which I recorded already, so you guys have no choice. Disney's Leading Man Problem, Sarah's Confession, Why the Swan Princess Doesn't Work, What's in a Love Interest for Prince Eric, and, that's it right now. I can read it. Well, I guess some of the people in our chat are just old. I'm gonna put Cat's Meow in there somewhere because I do want to do that before I leave. So let's put it, there. There we go. Okay. I feel like Sarah's Confession needs to get moved up. I feel like that, like, there's only so much has-been juice. You know, like, obviously the show's still insanely popular. I'm sure that people will still be interested, but I feel like that, like, we have to make it a bit more, there you go. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I feel like that we have to make it a bit more soon, right? So, like, this makes sense to me. Like, this makes sense in my imagination for, like, the next video, the next 4 videos that I'm gonna make. I'm not old, I'm just on my phone. That makes sense, right? Because, oh, here's the other thing. If we only have 12 videos in a year, right? I wanna make sure that we kind of spread it out so, like, the Barbie people, at least they get one. The Has-Been people get one. The people that are still waiting for me to do something with Wish, those people get one. Speaking of Wish, let's move the Wish reaction, because I have a feeling Hunter and I are gonna do that this month. So I'm gonna put that at the top. I don't know if this is gonna become a YouTube video. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, just because I'm not sure if, like, editing is gonna, like, I don't know if I'm gonna edit that is basically what I'm saying. Like, I think it might be a Patreon only, it might be a watch along. I don't wanna buy it though, Sakuna. I want the DVD. My mom's gonna try to find it at, like, a Goodwill. Nerdy Prudes Must Die, I did watch that. I would like to talk about Star Kid at some point, but that's another one where I feel like that we should wait for a Star Kid project to come out and then talk about it, right? Because then we'll have the hype train. Do you guys know? I'm like using you guys for research right now. Like, this is like market research, this stream. Right? Do you guys know? Is there gonna be a, do they have anything that's gonna come out that we know about? What is this? February? March. Yeah, I know, sorry, you guys can't see the release dates, but that's okay. I'm just checking that because I don't know, again, that Has-Been one may, like, have you seen Cinderella's Castle? I haven't. Is that one of theirs too? That feels like something that I should talk about. That feels like something that Hunter and I could react to as a watch along and put on Patreon, and then afterwards we could, like, talk about it. I love the most niche stuff. Well, I mean, it is Calxiyn cares too much, not Calxiyn, you know, only cares about the things that other people talk about. right? So I'm with you guys. Like, you know, some people are like, what is this for? Right? Like, and I'm just like, well, I don't care who it's for. Like, I want to talk about it because it makes me happy. You know? And so, like, that's reason enough, right? Like, you know, in terms of like, oh, why does this matter? Why should we talk it? Like, does this need a whole hour-long video? I'm like, well, I want to talk about it. Isn't that enough? Right? Like, I know that, like, on YouTube, we talk about, oh, long slop or whatever, and like, oh, this is just people repeating the summary, right, of every, like, summarizing every episode, and I do agree that that is a problem, but at the same time, I find it interesting how many people have almost the audacity to complain about what is ultimately, like, free entertainment, you know? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move the urgency and then make this screen a little bit more big for you guys. And then you guys may be able to read. I don't want to watch the Joker. I don't want to watch the Joker movie. It would make me sad. Okay, so let's put Cinderella's Castle on the reaction list. And I'll ask Hunter if she wants to pal around with that. And then I could probably do a video essay afterwards. And we could do something. But yeah, like, you know, obviously there's a conversation to be had about how much content is frivolous on the platform. And I don't mean frivolous like, oh, you know, oh, Pokemon unemployment rate, because I think that that stuff is fun. I just mean in terms of, like, people are, like, probably falling asleep. Like, people are listening to this and they're falling asleep. Like, I feel like that's true. Like, that is something. But at the same time, all of this stuff is free. If you don't want to watch it, you can find something else. And if it's like, oh, well, I hate that this thing is popular and getting more views than other videos I think deserve views, it's like, I get it. Like, I totally get it. I get where people are coming from, right? But at the same time, it's like, well, all of this is free. You're not paying for it. The only cost is your time. And so if other people want to waste their time, like, you can't really stop them. You can support the content creators that you like, but if you're like, this video summarizing every iCarly episode is a waste of time, it's like, well, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you can't do anything. You can have an intervention with your friends or something, but like, I don't know. I see no value in, like, screenshotting someone's thumbnail and going on Twitter and being like, oh, like, who's watching this bullshit or whatever, because I'm like, first of all, that makes me look bad, I think. That makes me look bitter and, like, jealous that their video has more views than mine, I think. But then also I'm just like, well, who cares? Somebody wanted it, right? If it's not hurting anybody, if it's not problematic, right? Maybe people are falling asleep to it. But I don't know, I can't control that. Maybe I should make it so people can fall asleep to my video. Maybe I should include another audio track called Calxiyn ASMR if people don't want to hear me yelling all the time. Like, right? Like, I feel like as a content creator, I don't want to do that to other content creators, and then also, like, it's, well, if I want to play that game, I can play it if I want to. The idea of playing that game is a choice, you know? Be More Chill, interesting. I feel like the Be More Chill has passed. It has passed, though. That musical came out when I was in high school. Wonderland? I love Wonderland. I sing Mad Hatter all the time. It's one of my audition songs. Sailor Moon musicals. Holder, I don't know, but you just reminded me there is something else that I want to talk about where I'm not sure entirely where that's going. Let's put Royal Scandal. Oops. Calxiyn just docked herself the IP. I don't think that that's how it works. What is Royal Scandal? There we go. Video essay. I'm not sure how well that's gonna do, but that was an idea that I did have. Yes. Okay. So yeah, not sure about that. Let's circle back up here. Okay, so we have a Barbie Princess and the Pauper for this year. So let's see, where did we stop? This one has March. This one is May. Sarah's Confession. Wait a second. March, February. Okay, so Sarah's Confession, I guess has to be April. That feels like it's still too long, but I guess it depends on, like, if the Has-Been musical Redemption comes out in December, because then we're gonna work back. Actually, maybe I should do this then in terms of, like, what the actual working date is and not, like, the emergency date. Okay, so Disney songs actually canon will be January. Leading Man will be February. Sarah's Confession will be March. And that makes me feel better in my life. I'm like, March is only a couple months. Hello, Shane. Popping in from work to say happy birthday. I'm sure you've seen The Art of Hell vs. Neo. Yes, I did see it. I did like it this morning. Oh gosh. The thoughts, they escaped my head. I was gonna say something about it, but then I got like distracted prepping for the stream. But yeah, thank you for your art, and thank you for the Roman one too. I saw that one too, and I loved it. I was like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted, so thank you. Welcome to heaven. Guys, no. Why do people struggle to adapt the Nutcracker? That's a great idea. Why am I the YouTuber? You guys should be the YouTubers. Why people struggle to adapt Nutcracker. Interesting. I like it. See, that's very close to this secret Christmas video, actually. But yeah, okay, so next year, if we're starting up here, if we're starting January, February, March, this is April, right? I think that we should probably move Princess and the Pauper over here. Because it's gonna be a while without a Barbie video at that point. The Steven Universe movie's so bad! Oh no, we have Steven Universe fan-on-fan, like, violence in the chat. Okay, so we have a Barbie video this year. We have a Has-Been video this year. We have 2 Disney videos that are general. We have 1 Disney video that's specific. Okay, so what are you? We decided that this is what, April? I'm just putting April, I'm putting the 1st for all of them. Then Swan Princess would be May. Hopefully we find the movie by then. If we don't, bestie, I don't know. Everything flashed on my computer once again. Not good. Okay, I want some space between the leading man and Eric. Like, I think that Eric needs 2 slots above him. Okay. I'm gonna ask you guys for a Wish song now. This is where I want us to, like, recircle back into Wish territory, because it's been a while since I've done a Wish song analysis, right? So I'm pretty sure it'll be high regardless. And we'll put medium, and then for footage, that might be a medium. It sort of depends. And this is gonna be June then. I can't believe we're, like, planning out my entire life right now. Like, this is kind of crazy. I feel like I'm gonna get stressed out and then, like, throw this all out the window. Not out the window, but it might be, like, this entire thing's gonna get, like, rescheduled at some point, you know? Like, nothing is gonna come out in the order that I have put it here. If you guys need to see the order stuff again. Okay, yeah. Start editing in December, January, bestie. LOL. Okay. So if you guys don't remember, and I don't blame you, let me look, because I have a list on my phone. Let me double check. But I think what we're missing in terms of songs that we haven't covered yet Calxiyn calendar. Calxiyn calendar. I'm a star. Is that true? Okay. I'm a star. Knowing what I know now, this wish and a wish worth making. I would like to do a wish worth making at the end, like when we're finally done talking about wish. I'm a star? Okay. Oh, I have I'm a star down here. I'm blind. Never mind. See, I have a special idea for that video too. Not, well, special, but you guys understand what I'm saying. Archie? Sussy. Okay. What was I gonna say? Because everyone's talked about how the lyrics are bad, right? And I'm gonna talk about that too, because I love talking about bad lyrics. But I have like a twist to this video in terms of like the problem of that song is not really, and I'm like revealing it, but there's only like 20 of you here, right? It's not. This is like Jesus and his disciple, you know? Okay, there's 25 of you here. That's a little bit more than 12. But you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Oh shoot, I have to check YouTube Music because last time, okay, so here's a funny thing about last stream that's like unfortunate. So the YouTube Music went rogue yesterday and started playing songs from a case study of Vanitas or whatever, which is not a game, it's an anime. And so I got copyright claimed by Sony on my on the video Hunter and I did yesterday. Luckily it's revenue sharing, so we'll get some of the money, and I don't think it's gonna like do like crazy number, like I don't think it's gonna get like 10,000 views. Continue Centaur World. It's amazing. That was a commission. Hunter and I are not gonna do any commissions again until March. Because, like, we're too busy. Like, I need to make sure that all of this is going well first, then we'll, like, revisit the idea. Because I think John, I don't know if John's here today, but John was the one who commissioned the Centaur World reactions. I think he was here yesterday, and he was like, you guys, like, never got back to me, and I was like, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. It's because I need to, like, figure out this first, basically. Like, I need to be making good progress on this to be comfortable before I take any commissions. Even my songwriting commissions, I have that Tyrion one, right, that I'm doing for a friend. Or with a friend, I should say. And, like, even that, I don't think I'm gonna take any songwriting commissions after that. Like, that was, like, for a friend, right? But if, like, a content creator asked me to write a song, right, or something, like, I don't know. Like, it's just, there's not enough time. There's not enough time. Oh, right, I was talking about I'm a Star. Sorry, guys. The ADHD is really ADHDing today. I don't know if you guys can tell. I did have, like, a crepe for breakfast, though. Like a Nutella crepe with strawberries and banana, so maybe it's also the sugar. Oh, what I was gonna say about this, the I'm a Star thing, is that I think that the true problem with I'm a Star that nobody talks about, and you guys are gonna get like the sneak peek, right, is that every other sidekick song has a clear, distinct, like, purpose in the narrative, right? Disney doesn't understand how to write their sidekick characters anymore. Sebastian is an extension of Triton, right? When Sebastian changes, it's proof that Triton is eventually going to change. For example, Sebastian's also helpful, right? Kiss the Girl is a helpful song. So, yeah. That's with that. The Beauty and the Beast, they have a vested interest in making sure that Belle stays at the castle. Not just on a personal level of, like, we want to be free, but, like, as the servants of the castle, like, they want someone to serve. Because the Beast, I don't know if you guys realize this. Oh, you know what else I need to put here? Hold on. I'll remember to remind myself in a minute. The Beast has been eating outside. A lot of people don't realize this, but there are animal bones in his room. So he even has not been eating at the table with everybody, even though somehow they somehow manage to, like, magically manifest food in the castle. So when they're talking, like, when they're singing about how, you know, for years we've been rusting, needing so much more than dusting, it's not just because there haven't been any guests. It's because the Beast also hasn't needed them because he's not acting like a prince, right? Friend like me, again, Genie is helpful, right, in Aladdin. The problem with Disney now is they don't understand that sidekicks, especially in fairy tales, are supposed to serve a very particular purpose, right? You have the fairy godmother, like magical helper characters. You have the mice, which are extensions of fate, in a sense, right? Cinderella saves them, and so in turn, they save Cinderella, right? And so that is, like, fate rewarding Cinderella for her kindness, for being good. So Disney kind of lost the sauce. Like, I mean, we know this, right? They've been lost. They've been lost in the sauce, right? But particularly with the sidekicks, they have been lost in the sauce because now it's like, oh, but the sidekicks need to be cute for children. And like, no, that's not exactly, they're not just there to crack jokes. Exactly, Loathe. Exactly. Oh, you also had a crepe? Yeah, that's what Arnold ordered me for my birthday. So that's my big, like, mystery thesis about I'm a Star. In terms of, like, at the end of the video when I'm like, oh, but there's a key lesson, right? After we're done complaining and bitching about everything else. That's, like, the key lesson to me for I'm a Star. It's that it doesn't matter, right? If it was Star singing, we get a genie moment. But we don't get that, obviously. To have the random animal singing, like, is ultimately pointless. It doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter. So that's my I'm a Star thesis statement about why it doesn't work. Guys, the Disney leading man problem video, it's so fucking long. I may need to split it into 2 recording sessions. It's just as long as the script for Ursula, and that I think I had to do in 2 days. I tried to cut it down. I tried. I really did try. But I think it's necessary. Like, you know, some of it is a little bit over-explainy, but I feel like people don't have the same memory of the princes as they do for the princesses. So like, I talked about this earlier in the stream, but for my princess video, I had a section where I explained how every single Disney princess was a victim, and then I was like, I don't think I need to do that, because if you understand the criteria, you understand how everybody else succeeds and the new princesses fail, right? Because explaining the criteria means the viewer in their own mind can apply it. The problem is the prince criteria is very, like, complicated, you know? So, oh, live action Moana. I don't know about that. Maybe it is. But is this when earlier in the stream I was like, nothing's happening in 2026? Oh, good lord. But yeah, it's so long. It's so long. I think Hunter may help me revise it. But like, it's gonna be at least over an hour. Because here's the thing, I need to talk about, like, fairy tale history. Why Naveen and Kristoff and Jonathan and like all that, like why they don't work on like by the standards of 3 different criteria, right? I need to talk about Flynn and why Flynn is kind of the exception. I need to talk about, again, the secret key lesson solution, blah, 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 like at the end of the video. Like, there's a lot to talk about, and fairy tale history is taking up a lot of the space. Knowing what I know now, yeah, we're gonna finish the Wish stuff, I think, while I'm gone. Like that, I would love to, like, be done with Wish. I would love to be done and, like, cover all the songs. Okay, so right now we're at June, guys. So we're making good, like, this, and again, this is, like, an example, right? This is, like, a theory. Like, this is, like, theoretically. So, guys, did you guys say it's June 2026 or July? The Moana. Hunter and I will probably go. Moana live action remake. Hold on, let's make a new criteria here. Movie review. Okay, that's interesting. July. Okay. Great. So that's like July release date. There we go. Okay. Okay, yeah, so let's put that there. Fairy tales that Disney has not covered yet. That's the second time that someone has brought that up. So I feel like that we should move that a little bit higher probably on the priority list. Actually, well, here's what we'll do. Let's finish out the 2026 situation. And that'll be easy because there's not going to be any footage. I don't even know if we're gonna script that if we go see the movie. How many of these videos can you make? You guys forget that I used to be like releasing almost 3 videos a month, right? Cannot pre-plan. Cannot pre-plan. Need to make time in July. Let's do that. Oh, don't worry, guys. We're gonna talk about, like, I feel like the leading man video, like, don't worry. Like, I feel like that's gonna cover some of you guys' Moana, like, beef. Because I have beef. I have a lot of beef with Moana. I think Maui is, like, my most hated Disney leading man. Like, I feel like that's the most egregious... Anyway, that's just the most egregious, period. I mean, you don't want to oh, yes, of course, right? So here's my thing, guys. I typically make 1 video a month, right? The question here is more so, will I be able to make 1 video a month while also planning for 2027? Do you know what I mean? Like, for the videos that I want to do while I'm not here. Which also reminds me of that thing that I was like, I'll remind myself to remember. Okay. So let's see. So we're up to July. So here's my thing. I want to move this leading prince situation to September. Because this is going to be a video that is very easy by comparison. So that's a nice, easy thing that I can make while I'm away. Did I put the script at medium? That's fine. I mean, I say medium just because is there such thing as an easy script? Actually, if we're putting cat's meow at easy, that'll be easy. Okay, there we go. So this is where we're starting in September now. So let's make this cell a different color, just so we know that, like, this is when we're gonna start to leave. Oopsie. No themes. Don't do that. You guys have been very helpful. I really appreciate it. Like, genuinely, this is going so well. I'm surprised that you guys are even here, like, to be perfectly honest. Like, I'm surprised that you guys are even here. Start scripting in 2026, right? So now this is where things are getting complicated, right? Because it's a matter of, can I do all of this? And then also, these need to be at least recorded, right? Like, these need to be recorded. Even if they're not necessarily, like... What am I trying to say? Even if they're not edited, because I can edit on my computer. Like, I can edit on my MacBook. I can edit while I'm gone. Right? So that's really the question. Is, like, is this stuff going to get recorded before I go? Now, I forgot that I actually did start working on some of this myself. So let's move this over here. And I did start scripting this, right? I want to be a YouTuber myself, and while I'm not a musical person, fairy tales is a special interest of mine. I'm glad to hear it, and I hope that this gives you guys some insight into, like, what YouTube is like. Obviously, not every content creator is doing this. Most content creators don't have to, right? Because most content creators aren't leaving the country. But, you know, like, they say that you shouldn't start your YouTube channel until you have 100 ideas. So if you can't make 100 ideas, you shouldn't even, like, try. Like, you shouldn't even start yet. And that's pretty crazy. Like, that's a little extreme, right? But, I think that there is some truth in that, right? Because if you only have one idea, you don't really have a YouTube channel, you have one video. You know? And so if you have 100 ideas, that's like, you have, you know, something like game theory. This was actually the theorists who said that, like, who have said this. I do agree, like, to some extent. Not to say that, like, you need to literally have 100 ideas, but if you aren't having, like, new ideas once a week, that's probably not a good sign, right? You're screwed. Like, you're screwed. I have new ideas all the time. Whether or not I actually do them, right, is another story. It's a matter of time, but if you stop having ideas, it's kind of like you're dead. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it, right? I say this to Arnold all the time, because Arnold's like, I'm never gonna be able to get caught up on work. And I'm like, but if you were caught up, that means that you have nothing to do, right? If you have nothing to do, you're in danger. It's kind of like how they say, oh, sharks have to keep swimming, or else they'll die. And that doesn't mean, like, work yourself to death, but when you're out of ideas, it could be a bad sign, right? Like, you know, you're out of passion, right? When you say an idea, like when you play games, is the idea a game you're gonna play? Yeah, especially if you're a gaming channel, yeah. Obviously gaming channels are a bit different, but I would say it's also the uniqueness of the idea. So for example, like Hunter and I would love to bring this back to this channel in some capacity, like Hunter and I doing the, trans girl plays stuff, like, that's, like, the idea. Not just playing the game, but how are we framing the game? Why should somebody watch Hunter play Style Savvy, right? All of that, sort of stuff. Open about how niche your ideas may be? Yes, thank you. Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? Of course I want my video to get views. Like, if every video got the same amount of views as the princess video, and I could make one a month-ish or 2 a month, right? Like, I'd be in a very good situation, but I also know myself, and I'm not the type of person that can force myself to do something, right? Or I would have, like, kind of half-assed done the leading man video, like a month ago, right? Because I would have been like, oh, capitalize, we need to capitalize, right? But, like, you know, as much as I do try to make sure I have a strategy behind it, I'm also not gonna limit myself into just, oh, well, what do I think is gonna get 100,000? I think all of my videos are 100,000 view videos. Whether there's 100,000 viewers is another story, right? Like, I think that Ursula video I made, for example, which I got a comment today saying, somebody said, this is the most fun I've had getting yelled at for an hour and a half. Right? What am I trying to say? That's like, to me, that's like a 100 view video idea, you know, the Ursula thing. It's just like, are there 100,000 views? Maybe one day, right? YouTube sometimes promotes videos long after they are published, right? So are there 100,000 people? Not yet. Maybe they're not born yet, right? Maybe they're you know, they're kids right now and they're gonna grow up, eventually. I don't know. And then they'll be here, but, okay, leading man. That's meow, okay. Okay, I had the rest of the Wish songs in there and I put that in 2027, so we'll do that in a minute. Okay. I don't know if I want to put this. See, guys, here's the thing, though. This is now where we'll talk about money. We need a money video right here. We need a money video right before Christmas. And I don't know what that's gonna be. I don't know what we're putting in there. So we need a good, solid money, making video. We could do the Disney sidekick thing in terms of, to kind of, what am I trying to say? Like, finish out our trio here, like we did Princess. We're gonna do Leading Man up here. And then we're going, we could do sidekick, maybe, to, kind of the Trinity of Disney character problems. What kind of stuff is most profitable? Definitely stuff like the Princess video. But here's the thing, it's hard for me to predict that sort of thing. I'm generally not good at it. It could have been Wicked, but the 3 seconds. Yeah, the copyright claim, I know, it sucks. But this is next November. Do you guys know, did the streets tell you, is there anything coming out November 2026? I don't think there is, right? Other than, oh, isn't Hexed coming out? But here's the thing, I'll be down there. Hunter won't be here. That's a little complicated. Hunter and I are trying to figure out, like, what if Ruby Volume 10 happens? Right, like something like that. Like, right, like what do we do? So Hunter's gonna come here and record on her end, and then I'm gonna record wherever I am, and I'm gonna sync the footage together is the plan. So, yeah, isn't Hex coming out? I'm really not that interested. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not super interested in it, but, like, sacrifices might have to be made, right? I'll be down there? Oh, I'll be gone is what I'm saying. Sorry. I'll be in the US is what I mean. Can't pre-plan. May want a backup. Oh, a backup plan bestie. Do not talk about Hex with me. Oh no. As an Owl House fan, oh yeah, you guys are going through it, right? Zootopia 2? Hunter and I had to talk about that with Hunter, because I haven't seen the first Zootopia in such a long time. We need the money. Okay. So that's gonna be our, like, money video, but Wicked was our money video, and look at how that turned out, right? So we should probably have a backup plan. Do you guys really want Zootopia? Like, if you guys, like, really want Zootopia, and you have Zootopia in your heart, like, desperately, I know that we kind of missed the train, like, we kind of missed it because it came out last week, but, like, if there's 3 of you guys that are desperate for Zootopia-related conversation, I will put it in the schedule, and Hunter and I will go. We'll go this weekend. And that can kind of be our December video, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Has-Been Hotel's musical redemption is not looking good. It's not looking good for getting out in time. Okay. You guys are saying yes? Can we text Hunter and ask her if she's even seen the first Zootopia? Because then we're gonna get into, like, reaction territory again. I'm desperate for anything cow-related? Okay. Okay, one of you's not that fussed about it. I see. Have you seen the first Zootopia? I'm on stream right now, and they really want us to watch Zootopia 2. But we'd have to react to Zootopia 1 first if you haven't seen it. If you have, we should re-watch it anyway. And that's the message I'm sending Hunter. Okay. Well, we'll wait for Hunter to respond, because Archie! Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh, Archie, what's wrong? No! Who did that to you? You come tell the stream right now! You come tell us right now, what's the problem? I can't believe they would say that. Yeah! You tell him, Archie. I know! You tell him! What's going on? Oh! What? Where are you going? Come back! Okay. Guys, hold on. Can I get out of here? I need to just reach over to get his treats. Why? Is he yelling? Yeah, he is yelling, and I'm like, hello? So we joke around like, who said that to you? Like he's been like bullied on the playground. There's nobody home, so I was just joking. Hi, Archie. Are you in here? I can't see you. My hair is blocking my field of vision. Hi. I feel like I saw his tail in the camera capture. Am I crazy? Oh, there you are. Uh-oh. I missed. Bad cow, bad. Bad. Okay, there's one. So you might see them, because I'm trying to throw them on the cat tree. I've talked about this earlier in the stream. I'm stuck, I'm actually kind of stuck here right now, so I can't get up. Aw, good kitty. You're so smart. Oh, look, there's one in there. That was a good toss. That was a good throw. I don't know if he'll notice. Does Archie like being held? Archie doesn't, he won't sit on my lap if, that's kind of what you mean. Hi. Oopsie, it fell. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep him in the shot, but I'm failing. Well, I just realized Hunter's chair is in the shot. What am I doing? What kind of YouTuber am I? There you go. Archie, there's one more in the basket. There's one more in the basket. Yeah, can you smell it? You're such a smart kitty. I know that you're so smart. There's one more in the basket. See? See? There's one more. In the basket. Yeah. Look. Wow! Oh, Archie, you're so smart! Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Oh! What a smart kitty! Yeah, did you get it? Wow! Wow, what a smart kitty! He's like a domestic, short hair. He's just a cat. I don't know. What are you doing, Archie? There's nothing else in there. That's it. Are you stuck? Oh, you want to get in? That's the first time that you've entertained the idea of getting in there. Want to sleep in there? Curl up into a little kitty croissant? Little kitty croissant? Yeah. So you could sit in there if you want to. It's for you. Well, where are you going? He's looking at the guys. He's looking at this like he's seeing it for the first time. It's so funny. I'm like, sir, we've been in here. I built that for him, I think, a month ago. Does he like his new crib? I mean, like I said, it's been a month. And he's looking at it like he's never seen it before. I mean, you guys saw him in here yesterday, right? He's so cute. Okay, but you gotta be careful, okay? Because there's stuff over there. Oh, bye! Okay, he got what he wanted. He got what he wanted and then he left. Oh, man, he cracks me up. I have seen the first Zootopia. I'm down to rewatch. Okay, great. So it looks like Hunter and I are gonna go to the movies, is what it sounds like. Movie review. Zootopia 2. Please rewatch before going to the theater. I'm gonna put medium just because I don't know. Let's put medium. And no script because it'll be our Wicked video. And let's put that for December, and then that'll be a nice, easy December situation. Okay. I don't remember what we're doing. I forgot. It was such a long time ago. Archie, totally distracted me. Underrated musical songwriters? Luke, that's a very good question. I have a series of YouTube shorts that I haven't edited that have that premise. So it's basically if you don't know a lot about musical theater or you want some underrated musical theater songs, here you go. I have 6 of them that I recorded when I had my old hair and I didn't edit it. Because I'm bad. And that's what you guys will be finding out during this stream, is that, a lot of the stuff that you guys are saying, I'm oh yeah! I was supposed to do that! I'm bad. That's how it all goes. Okay. Oh, someone said something earlier and it reminded me of something else. Which is also, guys, I know I'm 26, but, this is, dementia, the stream. This is getting a little ridiculous. cast of various adaptations of Beauty and the Beast. Okay, this person, you caught me, okay? Can I tell you guys, will you guys keep this a secret? All 26 of you? Will you guys tell me, will you guys keep this a secret if I tell you what it is? I need, like, all of you to say yes. Like, every person, all 26 of you need to say yes. I'm gonna put this over here, not because we're actually gonna do it at this time, but because this is where the 2027 videos are gonna go. Values, there we go. I will keep the secret. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's enough of you. Like, I feel like that's a good enough for me. Okay, so this secret video idea is to watch every Christmas Carol movie and talk about how well they adapt it from the book. And I didn't want to tell anyone, because I was like, that's a genius idea, and what if someone steals it? I don't know who would steal it, but I've seen YouTubers do that with other stuff. I did, last time I checked, no one's done this with the Christmas Carol. So I'm talking about, like, Barbie Christmas Carol. I'm talking about Mickey Mouse, like Donald. I'm talking about the weird CGI one that Disney did that one time. I'm talking about ones that are in, like, black and white, if such a thing exists. So when that person said that thing about Beauty and the Beast, I feel like that's a very interesting, like, to look at Beauty and the Beast adaptations, to look at Little Mermaid adaptations, like, that's a very interesting, reoccurring format for a video. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna insert a tab, a couple tabs, and, like, we'll try that format earlier in the year of 2027, I guess. Oh, but I won't be here. That's the problem. Why don't we, yeah, very time-consuming, though. That may have to wait until after I get home. Which is hilarious, because by that time, that's gonna be like, I'll be home 2028. So yeah, because see, we could do that, like, we could start to do that and kind of plant the idea of a series of that before I leave. Before I leave. But, like, I'm gonna die, guys. We're gonna die. Because here's the problem, right? I'm not gonna, like, react to them all, as in, like, sit down and do a reaction. I think I'm gonna watch them in my private time and take notes. Unless we do sit down to do reactions, and then those reactions end up on Patreon for people insane enough to watch. No, I think I should just probably watch them in the privacy of my own home and take notes. But then, isn't that usually part of other people's videos when they do this? Don't they, like, when they do the, like, oh, I watched every single Barbie movie, don't you see, like, a little footage of them watching the Barbie movie? So that may be... Okay, so what we're gonna do for now is we're gonna put this on the list as, like, a serious idea that is, like, that's very interesting. We'll see. Beauty and the Beast adaptation compare. Cool, I'll want the reactions? Okay, yeah, so I think that, like, that needs a bit more investigation. Like, we gotta investigate that. I'm not sure about that yet. But yeah, that's my secret, like, Christmas video. And I have, start planning January 2026. Or wait until 2027. Like, that's what I had there, okay. Yeah, so let's do this, guys. Let's address the rest of the year, I think, first. So, Hexed, I'll be gone, so that's interesting. This video I'll be gone, but that's okay, because I'm gonna record that first. Where did you get your ice cream jewelry? I got it on Etsy. If you want to know, like, specifically the shop, if you join my Discord server, I could find it. Yeah, we'll do the Muppets. Yeah, we're gonna do the Muppets. Don't worry, guys. Like, all of them. I mean all of them. Like, I'm being dead ass. If there is a, like, a smutty adult Christmas Carol book, we'll do it too. Like, I'm talking about everything, right? Oh, books. That reminds me. You know what? I don't know. Okay. I read every Twisted Tale book, so you don't have to. official fanfiction. And that's a video essay, I guess? That's a listicle, actually. I'm gonna call that a listicle because we're going through the books one by one. Even other languages, if they have subtitles. If they have subtitles, that's okay. Like, I'm gonna say that that's a risky medium. I feel like that could be a high situation, but that's like a risky medium. The script for that, hard, editing, easy, because I don't think we're gonna do that much footage. Okay, that's July, so this is August, right before I go. I will read all of my books. Okay. August, because all of my books will be at my house. Okay. So that's July. No, June. So the reason why I have that these aren't urgent is by urgent, I mean that, like, if we don't post it now, no one will ever watch it again. Like, Wicked, for example, was an urgent— oh, you guys can't even see this tab that I'm editing right now. Never mind. I don't need to explain myself. Yeah, so it's like, we'll put Sarah semi-urgent, but it's during the hiatus anyway. May. Best Disney film. Interesting. Guys, here's my thing. I'm bad at that. Like, I'm so bad. You guys don't understand. I'm a terrible— wait. Did I fuck this up? Oh, I see what happened. This needs to be This needs to be January. This needs to be February, and this needs to be March. Sorry, I know that you guys can't see what I'm doing. Oh, I'm terrible at ranking things. It's bad. Like, I'm bad at it. That's why I don't do it. Oh, right, we were gonna say Sarah's confession is semi-urgent, but clearly not urgent enough for me to overhaul the rest of this schedule. I really want to do the Every Twisted Tale one, guys. Like, I really want to do it. Start now! I would put bitch in there, but, I don't think YouTube's gonna like that. Okay. Okay, that's August. What are you? September? Mr. Leading Man? Okay. I'm gonna leave that empty space there, just because I want, like, a break. Like, I want, like, a break in here. Okay, guys, we have planned out the rest of the year, like, sort of. I feel like that there's a distinct lack of song analysis in here. Kinda. Well, not really. Maybe we just need to spread them out better. But here's the problem. Leading Man needs to happen before Prince Eric, and I feel like Leading Man needs to happen relatively soon, right? Disney songs can and I've already recorded, so even though I could push it, it's not in my best interest to push it. So we would have to move Cat's Meow if we wanted to, like, spread it out. Like, we would have to move Cat's Meow and switch Cat's Meow with— do you guys know what I mean? We would have to switch it with Swan Princess, right? If we wanted to spread out. Because it doesn't feel like we have a lot of song analysis in this other half of the year, right? But I guess this isn't, like, this is the half of the year. So we're missing a song analysis in this area, if anything. Like, maybe we should— maybe this Disney listicle will be okay. I don't know. Actually, well, I needed a backup idea for November. Am I listening to something I probably shouldn't be right now? Not like shouldn't be like I'm gonna get copyright claimed, even though that's possible. That sounds like somebody in Nod Cry singing, and I feel like that's probably an emotional moment that people are gonna want me to react to when I get to Nod Cry. Okay. Will you consider doing an analysis of a Millie? I can't see. Like you did with Good Luck, Babe? Possibly? I don't know. Here's the thing, guys. That Chapel Roan video, was more so an experiment of like, I'm a picky theater kid, but I like this song, let me explain why, like that sort of stuff, right? So I'm not like opposed or something, but I think it would do bad. Like, I think that video did as good as it did because I framed it as like, theater kid, haha, like, so yeah, like, you know, and so in terms of that doing good, I don't know how good, quote unquote, that would do, with my audience, I should say. That could be something that we do as a Patreon exclusive, though. I sort of explained this where I would, like, make a PowerPoint and I would, like, not edit anything, but we would talk about, like, sort of more niche songs as a Patreon exclusive thing. I'd be open to that. Like, that's a kind of an interesting idea. Okay, so basically my thought process here, guys, is that I feel like that Cat's Meow needs to be relocated at some point, because I feel like that Cat's Meow is... like, we have 2 song analysis in a row, and, like, that's not, like, bad or anything, but I feel like we should probably switch it. We should switch these 2. So let's make this one April, and let's make this one May, just so we have, like, a little buffer, you know? Hopefully that didn't mess anything up. Yeah, that looks nicer to me, kinda. Oh my god, I'm inspecting the elements again. I don't know what that's doing. My Little Pony reaction. Yes, I think if we're gonna start to do like a reactions thing, I feel like we have to make another sheet just because reactions are so questionable in terms of like, am I gonna edit this? Is it gonna be Patreon only, right? Like, I could see something like the My Little Pony movie being something that lives on Patreon and it never gets edited just because of, like, problems, right? But, okay, so here's the thing, guys. I know there's nothing else to entertain you, so I apologize, unless my mom wants to come down here and talk to you. But I really gotta pee. And so this is gonna be a bit precarious right now. And I usually don't, like, get up when I do streams by myself, unless it's for gaming, right? Because people understand. So I'm very sorry to everybody watching the VOD, but you may have to... But yeah, why don't you guys, while I'm gone, think about, like, what would you want me to react to in the world? And I may put that as, like, kind of a separate, like, thing, right? Because that might be Patreon exclusive, ultimately. But, like, I haven't seen, like, Robin Hood. There's some Disney movies I haven't seen, you know? Raya, Last Dragon, like I said, right? Okay. Hi, chat. How are y'all doing today? Black Cauldron, I've actually never seen it. So that might be a good one. Oops. I bumped the microphone. hopefully you guys don't die. That's bad. Dying is not good. Unless you're Bonnie from Bonnie and Clyde, then she would say dying ain't so bad. Not if you both go together. Only when one's left alone does it get sad. Okay. Did someone say birthday? Hi, David! We are planning videos for when I'm gone. It's funny you mentioned that, Polar, because I did have, like, the beginning, the illusion of a script for Stolas and, Bliz's song duet in one of the episodes. Was it like when I see him? When we go out on our little date? Or something? What was that? Music anime. We have reacted to Symphogear, actually. They're not on YouTube, they're Patreon only, but I am gonna post them eventually. Here, let's... Mermaid Melody. Let's look. Yeah, nice to see you, David. I need to do my Uma Musume later. Because maybe they'll give me something for logging in on my birthday, question mark? I mean, even just in general. Black cauldron? That doesn't look right. Okay, that's okay. So we'll put that down there for now. But yes, I'm like, oh yes, my birthday to do work. No, but like this is fun for me. This is my fun. And then Arnold and I are going to we're going to, like, when Arnold's here, we're actually gonna celebrate my birthday, basically. Like, right now, it's like, this is like, it is my actual birthday today, but like, we're gonna kind of wait and hold off on like having cake and like stuff until Arnold's here, so. I had no other plans today. This is nice. I love this. Steven Universe? Okay, let's do that. Steven Universe that's not spelled right. Universe movie, My Little Pony movie or episode. Here's the thing about reactions, guys. Here's the other thing that, like, you know, potentially, right? Something like reacting to Wish, maybe something that, like, we post, but then we, like, operate at a loss. Because here's the thing, I don't really know what the copyright situation is. I've seen people react to Wish. I know it's happened, you know? I know that it has occurred. I know that people have done it, right? You obviously have those, like, vocalist, like, vocal coach reacts channels and, like, all that other stuff. I don't know if they operate at a loss. I don't know if their editing gets around it. I don't know about all that, but like this could be something that it gets like demonetized, but as long as it's public, maybe we just leave it alone. But here's the thing, I think I would have to, Arnold has an editor called, I should say named Mason, for his reactions. And so I think I would like give this to an editor and I'd be like, go for it, bestie. I don't want to edit this myself. Like, I don't want to do all that. You know, but I'm not sure about, like, reactions might just live on Patreon, I don't know. But yeah, I am having fun. Oh, somebody asked, what is secret video? Like I said, can I trust you guys to keep my secrets and not tell anybody and not steal my idea? I'm just kidding. I know nobody in here is gonna steal my ideas. Snow White took so much work. It made me so sad. Somehow we got away with it. We need to talk about why there's chanting in this Twisted Wonderland song at a later date. Okay, so this one is ranked by popularity. It's the Disney I Want songs, which are the most popular and least popular based off of internet streaming data, right? So Spotify, YouTube Music, album sales. And so that's why I have needs updated info, because by the time I make this, it's gonna be what? When is this? October? It doesn't really matter. It's not gonna change that much, but I feel like that at least I should check at the beginning of January 2026 and like just say in the video, like, hey, this information was, right, like sourced at this time, whereas right now it's sourced from like a couple months ago, you know? So yeah, that's that one. That's my other secret video. Sorry if my suggestions are bad. No, you're good. Everybody's made very good contributions. The only thing that's tricky is just with reaction videos, it's like, are we gonna be okay? Are we gonna get sued by Disney? Like, that's like the problem, right? With reactions. But no, like, we got the rest of the year sorted out, I think. Right? This is the rest of the year, isn't it? Except for Zootopia, which is in the wrong year. Hold on, let me fix that. Zootopia is wrong. There we go. That's better. No, but you guys have made like so many good suggestions. What do you mean? You guys are great. Okay, so this is where the when I will be gone starts. So I'm gonna make another fill thingy to represent, like, this is when 2027 starts, you know? Actually, maybe I should do this. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so this is January 2027, right? So here's my thing, right? We have 12 video ideas here. So my thing has been like, I want to get 6. Like, basically. So I don't think we're gonna say no January for now. We're gonna pretend as if I only can do 6, right? Every secret in Beauty and the Beast. I realized I started to script that a while ago. Let's do medium, because I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna go. And the script was medium, the editing should be easy. So let's start, this should be no, and then this is February. So let's pretend that I took January off because January has no ad revenue. Not the only reason, but I'm just saying, let's pretend, right? Because this is now like the 6 ideas that'll get you guys, like, that'll keep you guys tied over until I get home. I think we gotta finish the Wish saga. The Wish needs to go. Like, Wish has to be done by the time I get home, or I'll cry. So what do we have? We have I'm a Star up there. So what we have left is Knowing What I Know Now, Wish reprise. Knowing What I Know Now. This Wish reprise. A wish worth making. Okay. And these are all bad, except this one's more a video essay about how this has, like, the thesis of the movie in it, and for some reason, they didn't do it. Oh no, don't cry. I don't even remember what I said I was crying about now. I forgot. Oh, right, that I'll cry. I just keep saying it over and over again. Why am I crying? I don't remember. Oh, right, because, guys, can you guys tell that I'm 26 years old now? Okay? Like, the dementia is coming for me. Optical, you're not the only one who suggested that. So, I have it somewhere down here, just because I'm not sure. I'm just not sure yet. Like, I'm not sure what that would entail at this moment. But, your voice was heard. I actually mentioned you by name earlier, because I was like, there's another person. Optical Sorcerer. Yes, A Wish Worth Making is a banger. That is right. It's not a bad, we're not gonna say like, oh, it's a bad song. What we're gonna say is like, why the fuck? Like, what happened? Like, why is this not in the movie? That's crazy. Like, that's kind of the thesis of that one. Okay. So knowing what I know now, let's put that in March. No, I'm wrong. April. Then this would be, well, hold on. Wait a second. How is this gonna work? Can you guys see the wheels turning in my head as I try to figure this out? How do we spread this out properly? May? February, May, August, maybe? Here's the thing, is this Wish reprise that serious? Like, is it that serious? Like, I don't know, I feel like that should be relatively easy to script. You know what, I should have put the fucking reprise, here's my mistake, this is my mistake. I should have put the reprise in with this Wish. Honestly, okay. You know how I just said 5 minutes ago we're gonna pretend that we only have 6 videos? I feel like that we need to at least have 8, and like the idea that we'll get 8 done. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this isn't gonna make sense, right? Like, Wishworth like, this is taking up almost all of our real estate right now because there's 3 songs. If we only have 6 videos, that means what? I do 3 Wish videos while I'm away? No, that's not good. We can't be doing all that. Okay. Let's put, we can save Wishworth making till I get back, I guess. We could do that. We could have it be like November. Also, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I know that this is like the weirdest, we kind of did this before, but it was like the games. Like games that I, like want to stream, and we organize them by whether Soliana should stream them or whether I should stream them, and like in what priority. Oh my gosh. So thank you guys for sticking with me today, because, like this is giving me some clarity. Like this is actually helping a lot. Again, like whether or not all of this is actually gonna happen, I don't know, right? Like, I don't know. I would love it. I would love myself, my future self, if I get at least the Wish videos scripted, right? Like if I start working on that now, in the midst of all this. There might be some times where, like, videos get pushed or canceled or, you know, like, you know, if I'm falling behind or something. But, like, I would love if I could get, this is partially scripted already. This I've already started working on, this Every Secret in Beauty and the Beast. I think it's actually done. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, I would love to start scripting this stuff and, like, having it all recorded before I go. Okay. So let's regroup here. So this is, guys, we're planning ahead for 2027, which I know is kind of crazy, but like I said, I'm not gonna be here. And the reality is that, because you know what I'm afraid of? I'm part of me is a little afraid because I'm like, I feel like that my analysis skills have gotten so much better. So part of me is a little bit like worried about, well, what if I make these videos now and then I get mad and then I'm like, oh, I should have included this. But at the same time, I can always include something as a voiceover. I've done that a couple times. Like, this wasn't the intention, but in All Is Fair, there were a couple voiceover sections because my audio died. So it's like, we just need most of the video. Like, we don't even need all of the video. We just need, like, some of the video. And if in 2027 I have a slightly, like, better analysis or I learned something new that I want to share with the class, that's fine. But the idea is just getting these, like, in some state, and then when I'm down there, if I need to, like, ad-lib something, we can add something, right? What's the strategy for the OG Calxiyn channel? That's a great question. There's not one. Okay, so here's what I think I'm gonna do, though. Like, seriously, for Calxiyn. I think that... I think a lot of things. Hunter and I think what we'll do is if there is a show and I have my own room and all that stuff that I talked about before, she'll come here and record herself, and I'll record myself, and we will sync this up to the best of our ability. Like, Hunter will come down here, she will record, she'll send me her footage, right? Like, that sort of thing, and I'll edit it together. Let's pretend that a Ruby trailer, like, comes out, right? And it needs a reaction. That's the idea. In terms of, like, doing something on a regular basis, it's like, man, people be saying things so definitively. I guess it depends. Like, it really does depend, right? Because if it's something like Ruby, like, of course, Hunter and I have been doing Ruby since I was a teenager. Like, we're gonna find a way. But if it's like Free Rin can wait, you know? Like, maybe I'll pick one anime, like one really long anime, like a Code Geass sort of anime to, like, carry us through, because that one, even, like, if we do every other week, like, that'll carry us for an entire year, like One Piece. But I'm not really worrying too much about Calxiyn, because Calxiyn ultimately is a very, like, relevancy-based economy in terms of reactions, right? Like, at this point, Calxiyn is my hobby channel where I post stuff for the love of the game, not the money, because nothing makes any money on the Calxiyn channel anymore, not really. Even Has Been Hotel didn't do as well as it did last year for reasons I still don't understand. Even though they're both time sinks, they were always time sinks. So I think somehow the YouTube algorithm has changed and I'm not entirely sure why yet. Or maybe people just recognize me and Hunter and they know that they don't want to watch us, right? For whatever reason. Maybe we weren't recognizable when we did Has Been originally, right? So yeah, like, I think that it's gonna be a mostly sort of, like, I'm not gonna pre-record for Calxiyn in the same crazy way, unless there's a show that I really, really love and I want to, like, catch up. But yeah, I mentioned this earlier, so I have severe insomnia to the point where I can't sleep in a room with other people, or animals, right? Even Arnold, when Arnold comes here, he has to have his own room. I can't sleep with other people. So I have a medical accommodation. I'm hoping that it'll all go smoothly, but there may be at least, for example, a couple months where I have to share a room with someone until the medical accommodation room, like, frees up, you know? Right? So we'll find out. So it's not like, you know, it's... How do I explain this? I explained this earlier. It's not like just about having a room without a roommate to record. It's that if I have a room with a roommate, I won't sleep very well, which means I probably wouldn't have enough energy to go to work and then also make YouTube videos. So it has nothing to do with the roommate being there. Like, I feel like that I could still record a little bit with the roommate there, right? We would have to coordinate it. The issue isn't the presence of the roommate. The issue is my sleep in relation to whether a roommate exists or not. But I've heard that they're really good about it. I've heard that they're really good about, the medical accommodation stuff. I cannot explain. No. I will stay mysterious. It's not that I can't, it's that I'd prefer not to, just because you don't know what weirdos are out there, you know? I know that you guys aren't weirdos, right? But, like, you never know. So I'm not gonna, it's an entertainment thing. That's all I'm gonna say about it. And maybe in the future I'll change my mind. You guys will be the first to know. But until then, right? No offense, I don't care about reactions as much. I get it though, right? Because reactions are also kind of a big commitment when it's a time sink, right? You gotta, like, sync that shit up yourself, you know? So I totally understand. But yeah, I'm not too stressed about it. Has Been Hotel shouldn't come back until 2027. That's what the streets told me. So I'll probably be back. Or it'll be, again, like, maybe it's like July 2027 and I'm almost done anyway. Okay. February. Yeah, so we need, I'm not gonna do, like, too many you know, videos in here. Like, I'm not gonna do like I said, but like, I can't just have the Wish videos in here. I will go crazy. I care about the reactions. Thank you, vlog. I know you do. Cause you're there sometimes. I see you on our reactions. Yeah, Miraculous is probably not gonna continue though. Okay, so 2027, that's the question. Well, okay, I feel like that, at least for now, what we should be doing here is we should have at least one Barbie song. So let's put To Be a Princess in here. Princess and the Popper. Yeah, I did go to I had like insomnia therapy a couple months ago. And so it's much better in terms of like what I can control. So like nightmares, let's say, right? Like my nightmares and stuff, like that's better. No, and then April / March, or March / April. Yeah, so I don't have like nightmares anymore, but Arnold snores. I'm gonna expose him in 4K right now if he's listening to the stream. Arnold snores. That's just a fact of life. My mom also snores, and I can hear her from her room, but that, as long as I fall asleep before my mom, I'm okay. But I can't sleep with another person or like Archie in the room because I'm a very like jerky sort of jumpy person. So as soon as if I hear someone walking around and I don't think that they're supposed to be walking around, like if somebody gets up and starts walking around the house at like 3 in the morning, I'm like awake. Like I'm like hella awake. I hear everything in my sleep. I don't know. Like I'm ready to run, right? Like I have like some sort of prehistoric like urge, right, to run at like the sound of rustling in the bushes. You know what I'm saying, right? So, not good, bestie. Not good, right? Okay. You know what I did want to do? I want to do another like Disney song, like a good Disney song. I wanted to do another good Disney song before I leave, but I don't think that we have time for that. So let me ask you guys, what good Disney song, and like whoever has the most votes in the chat, you guys will win. What good Disney song do you guys like really, really want me to talk about? In the same vein as Ursula, where it's like an hour and a half and we're just talking about how like amazing the song is, right? I haven't done one of those in a while, just because they're hard to make. It's not even like an issue of views or anything, because like Ursula got over 10K views. I think that that's good. I think Snuff Out the Light did too. So like, you know, we talked about this before. Some people think, oh, you have to make negative videos because negative videos get more views. That's not true. And so for any YouTubers or aspiring YouTubers, I should say, any YouTubers in the chat, I meant aspiring YouTubers. For any aspiring YouTubers in the chat, that's not true. What is true is that to get the click, you have to capitalize on curiosity, desire, or fear, right? So when we're talking about a Wish song, that's curiosity and desire. I desire to see Calxiyn or whoever rip into like a terrible song, you know? And the curiosity of, like if I say it's worse than you think, it's like, well, I already think this song is bad. So how is it worse, right? So that's kind of the thought process. So a lot of people think, oh, it's the negativity, right? But if you make a video that's like, welcome to heaven sucks or something, let's just pretend. A lot of people, where did my ring go? Uh-oh. Did I take it off? Did I take it off when I went to wash my hands? Uh-oh, we better find it. I don't want Archie to get into it. Oops. Yeah, I went to go twist my ring and it's gone. Oopsie. Okay, well, I'm sure it's around here somewhere. A lot of people think, oh, it's a negativity, right? But if you just titled like, welcome to heaven sucks, nobody's gonna watch that. It's kind of like the same situation where if you were like, you know, part of your world is good. It's like, people know that, right? I've actually seen that before under videos where somebody's like, we already know how good this thing is. You don't need to tell us, for like games and stuff. So like, it's not just about positivity or negativity. It's just that positivity or negativity have their own desire, curiosity, fear, you know, what am I trying to say? Like scale, or like more or like spectrum, right? So yes, like it's, you know, Preminger was like, Preminger's song is a masterpiece, and that has like 24K views or whatever. You know, that wasn't a negative video. The curiosity was like, how can this Barbie Princess and the Popper song be a masterpiece? Now, that didn't work with Free, and I think it's just because Free's more complicated. Like, the I Want song from Barbie Princess and the Popper is a masterpiece question, but like there's a lot going on there, right? The marketing, but it's the packaging that matters, not positivity or negativity, right? What about Speechless from Aladdin? You guys would say that Speechless is a good song? I'm sorry, that was kind of rude. Part of your world is a good idea. I think part of your world, that's interesting. We could always try to talk about Moana, right? Because, well, Moana would be over here though. That would be like, we would go in over there. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Guys, can you guys check something for me? When is Frozen coming out? Is that gonna be over here? Frozen 3? Frozen 3. Is that gonna be November 2027? When will my life begin? I'm just curious, what do you think about it? Bad things. I hate Pasek and Paul. I hate them so much. Here's my problem with it. I've talked about this in other videos before. It's that she's just standing there. You know what I mean? She's talking about how she won't be silent anymore, but she's singing in her head, and part of the song isn't even rallying that guy. Like, the script basically starts and stops, where we could have started with, like, silent, like, I won't be silent in my head, and then, like, you, Raoul, or whatever his name is. The guard's name is Raoul, right? I think in the original Aladdin it is. Like, you shouldn't be silent. Is it? Did I just make that up? I feel like that's right. Guard Aladdin. Like, it should have been that you shouldn't be silenced and we shouldn't be oppressed by Jafar. Razul, not Raoul. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Razul. I was close though. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound like Raoul is a little bit more Spanish. I don't know about that one, Cal. Or like maybe Italian. Anyway, Razul, right? Like, it should have been you shouldn't be silent, you know? Like, but then the song ends and Jasmine just does that outside of the script. So why did you give her a song? Why didn't you have her do that in the song? Why does the song, like, basically just song go here in the middle of the script and the script just pretends it didn't happen? Why are we not rallying the troops at the end of the song? That's what I have a problem about Speechless. Okay, thank you guys for the Thanksgiving. That was very helpful. The Christmas listicle, I'm gonna put that here, even though I don't know. I don't know about that, bestie, because I would, again, have to do that while I'm gone, or I would have to start that now. The secret Christmas. When do you want this good Disney song to come out? While I'm gone, in 2027. We all must predict the future. You know what? Hold on. Frozen Free is coming out. Maybe it's time to revisit Let It Go or something. Revisiting Frozen song of some type before Frozen comes out. Maybe that's a good idea? What do you guys think about that? That could be October 2027. Yeah, like revisiting Let It Go, which I know other people have done that, but I'm sure I can find something to say. Like, I'm sure I can find something unique to say, and if I can't, I'll just try a different song, right? Like, I'll just try something else. You know what? I have beef with Fix It Upper, guys. I really want to talk about how I hate Fix It Upper and how it makes me mad, but maybe we'll do that another time. Anyway, okay, so let's put revisiting Frozen song as a placeholder, maybe? Okay, so Jess, I know that you guys can't see this. Oh, you guys couldn't see that one either. You guys can't see this window very well. I will, what am I trying to say? I will scroll over to this, and I'll show you guys what we did at the end of the stream. But right now, okay, so every secret in Beauty and the Beast is in February 2027. Then we have Princess and the Pauper, March 2027/April. So, like, that's, like, we don't know if we're gonna have time to do one video a month, but, like, let's just pretend in our minds. Then Knowing What I Know Now would be in May. We're gonna put a video here in July/June. We're gonna do that. Okay, and then we have August, and then revisiting Frozen song is, we're gonna put that in, oh, that's October. Well, see, I'll be home by then. So that's like another thing. I'll be home by now, like in this sort of timeline, right? So I should probably make a row above. And like, this is like, I'll be home, right? For all, like, so I think that we just need one more video in here for now, I think is kind of the vibe. Okay, well, we haven't done any video essays this year. Like, in this, like, with this kind of weird sort of half and half calendar we have right now, I feel like, oh, this is why we may need to, remember earlier, guys, how I was like, guys, we'll just pretend that we're not gonna put in all 12. But here's the thing, I feel like I need 12. Not because I'm, like, forced against my will to do 12, but just because, like, I don't want this to be all I do this year. I feel like I'll go crazy. I think that what I need, in my heart, in this situation, I need a princess video in here. I need, like, we start talking about the princesses individually in here somewhere. And then we can carry that into 2027. You know what I mean? So I feel like, I don't know where that's going. Like, because we already have a lot going on here. We've already have our 12 videos a month. Obviously, I can post more than 12 videos. It's been just more of a matter of, like, is Cal gonna have time for that? Right? I'm gonna put one above Swan Princess as a sort of like, I don't know. I have a video and it's like in defense of Ariel on my Calxiyn channel that I need to remake. So I'm just gonna put, well, hold on. In defense of Princess. Because I want to, like, kind of start these formats before I leave, and then you guys will get used to them, and then I can kind of, like, do that to, like, even fill in, almost fill in space, if we want to call it that, right? So, like, if we're going to talk about Belle, you know, Ariel. Why is Hunter Steel in the thumbnail? I'm so glad you asked, Insecuritron. Okay, I want to talk about Spider Rider so bad. Nobody's asked that the entire time, by the way. You're the first person who had any question. I have stuff in the thumbnail that nobody said anything about. L-ad? Uh-oh. Yeah, so I want to make a Spider Rider, like, retrospective. It's on the list. I just don't know where it goes. Like, in this entire situation, I don't know where that's going. I don't know where we're going with that. I kind of want to do that before I leave because I feel like But we don't have time. We just don't have time, bestie. I may have time to, like, do it before I leave, but then release it in 2027. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about all this. Okay? I know. Okay, well, hold on. Let me go back. Guys, this channel wasn't supposed to be a musical theater channel. I don't know if you guys realize that because of how I've kind of bungled it in a way a little bit. But this was not supposed to be a musical theater themed channel, like, if that makes sense. Like, this was supposed to be a Calxiyn talks about whatever she wants channel, and usually that's gonna be Disney. But I want in my heart so badly to talk about Spider Riders, and not just one of those videos where it's like recapping every episode, okay? I want to talk about the novels. I want to talk about how the novels compare to the TV show. I want to talk about Akune. I want to talk about how Akune's mask rewired my brain as a child. Like, I want to talk about the reveal in Bakugan with Alice being the bad guy, like, which is not Spider Riders. That had nothing to do with what I just said. But you guys know what I mean? So, like, this was supposed to be whatever Calxiyn wants, the channel. That's why I also stuck Toontown in there. Spider Riders is risky. I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? Spider Riders is a risk because we're deviating. We have deviated, right, from, like, what you guys expect this channel, like, to be about, right? If we start talking about Spider Riders. However, I feel like I should probably do that before I leave, though. I should probably do it before I leave. That way we're not, like, relying on it, like, you know what I mean? But I don't know if I have time. I don't know if I have time. I don't know if I have time before I leave. Well, I'm not relying on it because I'll have another job. Wait a minute. So isn't this the best time to do it when I have another job? Because that means that if this video fails, it's okay. Because I have the job. That's the whole point. The whole point of the job is that I'll have money. So I don't need to worry about if this video does well or not. Okay. Well, that changes things. I solved my own problem. There you go. Okay. Talking about the non-Disney princesses, I would love to do that too. I think that that's a good idea. Like, I want to do that, like, with Anastasia. So why don't you do that more? Well, it's just a matter of time, and there's not that many things that I want to talk about that aren't Disney things. Does that make sense? Like, there are a couple, right? There's Spider Riders, Toontown, robots, UB Funkies, and a couple other, like, miscellaneous things. I've never heard of Spider Riders, guys. Okay, well, get ready, all right? Get ready. So Spider Riders is a Canadian/Japanese cartoon, and there are 3 books, and the writers of those books worked in Canadian television, so they published the books with the intention that it would become a TV show. Okay, so they made the TV show with a Japanese studio. It had 52 episodes. It was finished. It finished. It did not get canceled. There was a online MMO. There was an online MMO game that was shut down, obviously, because this was old. It happened a long time ago, and I love Spider Riders so much. I know the voice acting, some of the voice acting, I'm not gonna lie, has not aged well. It hasn't aged well, okay? But does that matter to me? No. Because that's the voice acting of my childhood. Oh my god, guys, can I find something right now? This is, like, the level of voice acting that we're getting from, like, Spider Riders, okay? But I love it, I don't care, I don't care. And I think it is a good show. It's not one of those things where I'm, like, being biased because it was something of my childhood. Like, I think it's a very compelling premise. And there's also tea. There's, like, kinda tea. There's, like, low-key tea about, like, you know, production and stuff. Okay, hold on. I had a tweet about it. Oh, it's one of my favorite lines. It's one of my favorite lines, too. And I don't know if I can find it. Oh, this is some, like, sad Twisted Wonderland music for this situation. Let me switch that. Okay, there we go. If, maybe, I'm trying to find the tweet. I feel like Dan replied to the tweet. That Kaito Dan replied to the tweet. I'm trying to think of why would I have tweeted? I would have been like, the voice acting here is like crazy, but I don't care. Like that would have been the context of the tweet. I'm trying to like search my Twitter by the characters. It's not working. It's not working. I don't know what's wrong. Ugh, I hate it. I hate that I don't know like how to find stuff on my own account. Because I tweeted this before. I tweeted this year. Like it was, I found it. Okay. I don't care how bad this dub direction was, I said. This line still takes up real estate in my brain all these years later. I found it, okay? Are you guys ready?
My name is Prince Lumen, leader of the Spider Riders and ruler of Arachna. Welcome.
So, do I bow?
Only if you're going to scrub the floor.
Would you still love me if I...
Oh man, I love that. Only if you're gonna scrub the floor. But that's like a kind of low-key funny line. Like if I were redoing that, I would have done like, that depends. Are you gonna scrub the floor? Like, because that would make sense for the pause, right? A bit more than only if you're going to scrub the floor. But I love that line. It makes me laugh. And I love Spider Riders. They're so funny. So yeah, the dub is kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, okay? But there's also a Japanese version, if that, like, really bothers you and you wanna, like, watch the show. There is a Japanese dub with English, subtitles. But that was the one I grew up with. So yeah, I wanna do it. I wanna do it so bad. So yeah, shouldn't this be when we do the risky shit? Because I'll already be getting paid for my job. So that's okay. But yeah, I love that line. That's how I would redub it. I would have done that depends. Are you gonna scrub the floor? Like, as a little joke, because he's basically saying, no, you don't need to bow. Right? Like, why are you gonna bow to me, stupid? Right? I love that line. It makes me happy. Yeah, so, like, this channel was supposed to be, like, I was supposed to do, like, a Toontown video essay at some point, but other people have done that. So I don't know about all that now. You know? I wonder if people who are like, Calxiyn ranks every Toontown, like, enemy type. You know, I really like, the Kingdom Hearts YouTuber, Regular Pat, and he does stuff like that, like every Kingdom Hearts chess. And I'm like, I wish I could do every Kingdom Hearts chess. The other thing I wanted to do, guys, like another idea I had of like secret idea don't steal is like appraising the value of everything in Ariel's grotto. And I did start doing it, but it was hard and it made me cry. So I stopped and that's what happened. Yeah, we do have what fairy tales Disney should adapt down here. That I'll figure out where to put that after I do some more research. I have to figure out like how to frame the video. It might be like what Disney needs to have another renaissance and then we sneak in the fairy tale adaptions in there. Do you know what I mean? Like we capitalize on people wondering if Disney will ever return to form versus frame it as what like fairy tale should Disney adapt, you know? But yeah, non-Disney princesses like Anastasia and, Odette, I think that is a good idea. So, hold on. So let's also add... Because see, here's the thing, guys. Some of these videos are not going to take me a month to edit. We're keeping ourselves at one a month just so I don't go crazy and cry. We've talked about crying a lot this stream. I promise I'm okay. It's just, you know, crying is good for you sometimes, like, right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is put... in defense of Princess, of Princess here, because we're still gonna keep doing that. And that'll be video essay, and that'll be medium, idea, oopsie. That'll be idea, and then let's do medium, and then easy editing. And let's say that that is a April video. We cry and sing here, pretty much. That's pretty much all we're doing, exactly. That should be medium, easy. Wish reprise we said was easy because it's so short. February, March and April, May, June, July. Okay, we need something in July. Oh! Here's what I was thinking. Yes, God Help the Outcast. I want to do it so bad. That's a good, that is also a good one. In terms of like talking about a positive. I want to do God Help the Outcast, and I also want to do All I Ever Wanted from Prince of Egypt, because people will say that those aren't I Want songs, but they are I Want songs. It's just, it'd be complicated, you know? Oh, but you know, okay, so Hunter and I were thinking about this. We want to make a video that's like which Disney kingdom would be the worst kingdom to be a peasant, right? Like, we kind of want to do that sort of stuff together, but we still have to figure it out. But do you guys have anything that's like in that vein that you think would be funny for Hunter and I to do? What Disney kingdoms be best to live in as a... I'm gonna call this a listicle with Hunter. I don't know if that'll be a live stream either. That kind of sounds like a live stream activity, but I think if we edit it, it'll be more funny. So, and I don't think we need too much scripting. We'd have to have our basic points down. But I'll say that that's a medium edit, because we would have footage from all of the princess movies, or all of the kingdoms, all of the movies that have kingdoms in it. Because like Robin Hood is a kingdom, right? Write lyrics for a song from the soundtrack? Oh, like kind of like how I talked about in that that other video that I did before of like, oh guys, you should like, you know, if you're having trouble with songs, you should like write a character song, that thing that I talked about. That would be fun. I'm getting a lot of ads. Oh no! How many ads have you gotten? I'm just curious, because like YouTube does that based off of like your tolerance, based on how much it thinks you're willing to put up with. That's kinda, you know, that's kinda what it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll have to look into that after the stream is done. Okay, let's just put in defense of Prince here, because I want this to be like a regularly occurring sort of series, right? Do we have the princes as easy, or do we have them on medium scripting difficulty? Where's Prince Eric? I lost him. Easy. Okay, we had them on easy. Did I put the princesses on it for easy? Oh, I put that on medium. It might be medium. There's a bit more to talk about with some of the princesses. I hate YouTube. I'll put it up as long as you're getting the money. I hope I do. I hope this stream doesn't get copyrighted. Okay. So, guys. Wow. I'm, like, actually kind of shocked. I'm shocked that we did all this, and I'm not satisfied. Like, I'm not satisfied in the sense of, like, I want more videos. Like, I feel like that this isn't enough videos. Like, I'm not happy with how many videos. Like, you know what I mean? Uh-oh, we lost our placeholders. That's too bad. It's okay. We'll just insert a row above again. That's not a big deal. I'm not satisfied. I don't know what would make me more happy. I feel like maybe a video with Hunter. Maybe. I would love to get this royal scandal situation in there. I would love to do that. Like, I want to put that in there somewhere. Rip the placeholders. It's okay. We got them back. Okay, guys. So let us now look at everything we've done, and you guys can that okay? No, you guys can see the date, right? Because it's in this column, right? Yeah. Okay. So we got Zootopia. That's this year. Wish reaction with Hunter. This year, probably. Cinderella's Castle. That's the Star Kids reaction. I'll ask Hunter about that. Not sure. Hasbin's Musical Redemption. I will start working on it after this stream is done. I'm just kidding. It's my birthday. I'm not working after this. We're good. After this, we're done. Okay, so I will start working on this week and see if we can get this out for December. We might not be able to, and you know what? It just be like that sometimes. Anyway, Disney songs are actually canon, has been recorded. Everyone clap, because this is gonna help me so much. The fact that this has already been recorded, it's gonna be a bitch to edit though, because literally, we talk about literally every Disney movie, I'm gonna cry. But you know what? That's okay. Sometimes crying is okay. Disney leading man problem, back to back with that video. I don't know why I do this to myself, but you know what? If I get this recorded in December, I can start editing it for February, that's fine. Sarah's confession is March. Why Swan Princess does not work is in April. Thank you to that person who suggested what else is there. I think that's gonna be very hilarious for the YouTube thumbnail text. Cats Meow, Princess and the Pauper. I actually think I started scripting this already. Shouldn't be too crazy. I'm a Star from Wish. We already have our thesis with why that's unique and why it doesn't matter if other YouTubers have done it already. That's gonna be June. We have a placeholder for Moana, depending on what horrors come out of the review situation. I don't know if it's gonna be a movie review. I don't know if it's gonna be a video essay. I don't know if there are gonna be new songs. We cry. Okay. Twisted Tales, we gotta start now. I have most of them. And so in terms of priority, I would say that the biggest priority is to get scripted as soon as possible, or the scripts have to, if I had to pick 3 scripts that need to be in progress right now, it needs to be this one. Probably, Disney leading man is already getting worked on. We need Swan Princess, this one, and then whatever's coming now, juggling the 3 scripts, right? Okay. So that's up until I leave, guys. We've done up until I'm gone, right? Okay, so this is when I'm leaving. Prince Eric, right? Obviously, we're gonna start scripting this stuff now and recording it, hopefully before I go. So that's September 2026. Secret Disney video, we've talked about that. That's the popularity ranking. And I'd love to do that for every song category again. These are establishing formats, and if people like them, then we can add it so we do it again. But what's the most popular villain song? What's the most popular love song? What's the most popular ensemble song, right? Hexed placeholder, I'm gonna be in the US. I don't know about that. I don't even know where to go. How do I get to a movie theater? I don't have a car. I'm not sure. Beauty and the Beast, I think I started scripting this, actually, because I thought I was gonna get it done this month, and I didn't. Oops. Okay, so now we're in 2027. Are all these videos gonna get done? Probably not. Maybe they will. Maybe I'll just be, insane. And all of them will be done, and then I can do even more. Every secret in Beauty and the Beast, I think that that's been scripted, so I can probably go ahead and, get that recorded soon. To be a Princess, Princess and the Pauper is gonna be March. I don't have a video in January just because I decided to give myself a day off, I guess. It depends on how, all of this, a month off, right, is going. In defense of Princess, we'll decide on the Princess later. Knowing what I know now, Spider Riders deep dive, because we don't need to care about money. A video with Hunter we'll have to do before we leave, right? Finishing up the Wish songs, very good. Potentially revisiting a song from Frozen, right? In defense of Prince, we'll pick a Prince. Maybe it'll be Philip. I like Philip. I think that Philip is, underrated. In defense of Princess? Uh-oh, did I not give this one a date? Where were you supposed to go, bestie? Oh, we were supposed to put that in this year, because I wanted to establish the format, right? Boop! We're gonna paste that over here. Hi, Wicked Merman, by the way. We're cooking. We're cooking, we're burning the food, we're cooking. So sorry. Okay, yeah, so we'll put this in June as a mystery video because we want to, like, establish the format and then we'll do it again. I'm curious, a video about the character pyramid. I have done a live stream on it. I don't know if I would ever do a video beyond just, like, referencing it in videos and explaining it in videos. The character pyramid will definitely come back when we talk about, like, the princesses and the princes and stuff. A wish worth making, and then we get back to where I should be back in Canada. So, here's what I want to do, because I'm pretty sure that, like, this is a good time to wrap up the stream. But I want, like, here's what I want to do now. I want to do, like, rapid fire ideas of videos I want to do, and obviously, I don't know if we're gonna have time for all that. You know, like, it might not happen, right? Like, I don't know if we're gonna have time for all of that, but let's do it anyway. Okay, God help the outcasts, for sure. Because here's the thing, for all I know, some, like, mysterious, all I've ever wanted, some, like, mysterious billionaire could give me, like, $10,000 and say, go pay editors. Right? Like, most of the only reason why I'm at a limit of 1 video per month is because of, like, editing and stuff. So, like, I used to be able to crank out 3 videos a month. So, like, these princess ones might be, like, very simple, and the prince ones, right? Because it's like, Eric doesn't suck, everyone's wrong about him, here's all the reasons why Eric is a good boy. Maybe I should make that a listicle, actually, but whatever, it doesn't really matter, it's a video essay, right? You know, so it's, like, not that crazy, like, it's not that crazy, you know? I'm gonna move this over now, because you guys saw the dates, so we're all, squared away on that, but if you guys have, like, a song that you desperately want with all your heart, part of your world. Someone earlier said, when will my life begin? I will put that. Well, here's the thing. I kind of compared When Will My Life Begin to Are There Girls in the World Like Me? So I feel like I kind of said everything that I wanted to say about it, but, like, if I discover anything new about it, right, it could deserve its own video. I really want to do I've Got a Dream. Oh, shit. Oh, we're giving myself, wow, why am I giving myself more work? No! Stop it! Okay, guys, hold on. There is something I wanted to do before I leave. I'm gonna put it here just because, like, the Moana remake is gonna be a video that I don't pre-plan, right? It's never too late. Twice charmed. I've been thinking about it day and night. Like, I've been thinking about it all the time. I don't know if it's gonna do that well, but I've been thinking about it, and so I have to do it. Like, I gotta do it. We'll put no, and then we'll say July. Hi, Carly. How's it going? Happy birthday. Thank you, thank you. We're actually wrapping up. We have decided what I'm gonna make basically forever and ever. You guys, somebody wanted Someday My Prince Will Come. I actually had a script of that in progress that I was supposed to do when Snow White was coming out. And then I didn't do it. Because I'm bad, I think. Someday My Prince Will Come. Obviously, we have to circle back at some point. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna cry. I just realized we don't have a has-been song in this entire situation. Like, and like I said, right, obviously, I'm just a girl. I'm only one person, right? So doing all, like, 16 has-been songs, it's not, like, right, it's not gonna happen. However, we should probably stick the illusion of a has-been song probably around Spider Riders, right? Okay. You're not bad, thank you. That's what I say to Archie. I'm like, Archie, you're bad. And my mom says, he's not bad. And she says it in that same inflection every single time. Let's just put Vox Populi, and Vox DI in here. Positive. Let's put high. I don't know though, by the time this video comes out, idea, medium. Right. Just do your favorites. It's so hard though, because I want to do everything, and if I had an editor, I could. Thank you, Lo, for the $5 super. Celebrate their 20th super chat. Oh my god. That's crazy. I don't know if you guys saw these earlier. Oh, why is there this foreboding Twisted Wonderland music happening? That's not fun. I don't know if you guys saw these. This is the super chat one, right? No, it's not. I lied. This is the super chat one, I think. I had like Love times 7, because I'm like, there's only so much I can do. Like, in terms of like showing that in a little book. Oof. Yeah, I know. Okay. I feel better. Because here's the thing. Like, in terms of what I would consider regular Calxiyn content, I feel like we have to write this down somewhere else. I feel like this shouldn't go here. Like, in this, like, tab. Right? But, like, in terms of what I would call regular Calxiyn content, I want Disney, Has Been, Barbie, I do want to finish Wish, right? Wish, which is also Disney, but like whatever, right? So like, I want to make sure we have at least one of those videos a year. Now, in my imagination, right, we would do more than that because I want to talk about Loser Baby, right? I want to talk about Vox Populi, all that stuff, but this depends. This could go, I could lock in. I could really lock in, right? And like, shit's getting done. So much so that I have enough energy to do like 2 videos a month or something, right? Because some of these are not gonna be that crazy, especially the Prince ones. I feel like that we could do almost 1 Prince video a month, right? Some of them are gonna be hard, right? The Spider Riders one is gonna take a lot of research. It's gonna take a lot of research that I've done parts of the research. I have to read the books, all of that sort of stuff. You know, other stuff with Hunter, maybe less for the scripting, but like it needs more editing. You know, but like, it depends. It just depends. This isn't like the Bible. This isn't written in stone. This isn't like, we could do less than this or we could do more than this. I would love to do more, right? In an ideal sort of situation, but in a bare minimum type situation where we only have time, I do want to make sure we got 1 Has Been song, Twice Charmed. We address Wish a little bit, right? Like we kind of have a reoccurring formula that people can go back to. And then when we introduce new formulas, like, where's the listicle? The popularity listicles, right? You know, something else that I know you guys have had or expressed an interest in is that you guys have expressed an interest in me doing like rankings, like song rankings and stuff. Like I've talked about this before. I'm not very good at ranking things against each other. It gives me like anxiety. You know what I mean? Like it makes me like I break out in hives because I'm like, without Sentimental Man, there would be no Defying Gravity. But I did start on like a formula for like how I would rank the Disney songs, if that makes sense, right? So I kind of like separated, I made categories and then I had like a number score and I was like, ooh, I should like listen to this 3 times and like, you know, try to be like conscious of my listening experience and give it the score that I, think in my heart, you know? Or whatever. But yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Sorry. That's happened a lot this stream. You guys can tell. I mean, maybe it's because, again, all I had for breakfast was a, well, not all. It was a big crepe. I'm just saying. But yeah, ranking gives me anxiety. A little bit. You know, especially when all the Disney songs are just so good. Obviously, I have ideas for, like, what's objectively the best Disney movie musical and stuff like that. But, you know. Yes. I feel self-conscious doing the super chats. Well, don't feel self-conscious. I mean, if you do, like, feel that way and you want to, like, you know, you like, genuinely, if anybody wants to avoid that. Oh, fuck. I should have said this at the beginning of the stream. Never mind. Okay. I'll do it now. Some housekeeping things. I have a throne wish list in my Discord server. I don't really need anything, guys. I'm not a super, like, materialistic person, you know? Like, some people, you know, they collect designer purses, or, like, some people collect makeup palettes and, like, that sort of stuff. I don't really do any of that, and that's not to judge the people that do. Like, if you have the money, go for it, but Christmas and my birthday is such a hard time for me because people are like, what do you want? And I'm like, I want songwriting money. I want a commission. Like, I want art, right? Like, it's not, like, you can't go to the store, right? So, if you are interested, though, I do have a throne wish list. It has some stuff for Archie on it. It has some just books. It's mostly books, honestly. I have some cookbooks on it, because I'm gonna need to learn how to cook when I leave. But yeah, so it's not, there's nothing, like, too crazy. Obviously supporting the channel directly is the best way, which is what I was gonna say, is that if anyone doesn't, for whatever reason, want their name to come up in the super chats, I do have, like, a PayPal tip thing. And usually, like, people use that while I'm streaming and stuff. And so if you're like, for whatever reason, I don't want to send a super chat, or even like, I don't want YouTube to get your money, Cal, you can send it to me directly that way. And I should have said that at the beginning of the stream, but I forgot. But yeah. When you guys give me super chats here, basically, like, you know, except for the circumstance where I split them with Hunter, like when Hunter's here streaming with me, all of that stuff is like, you know, it's either, like, I'm gonna help out my mom with this, thing, or whatever, right? Or like, oh, we're gonna save this, so I'm not, gonna go hungry when I do this job and I don't get my first paycheck yet, right? Like, that sort of thing. But other than that, depending on how well or poorly videos are doing, I do reinvest that into the channel, right? And so, like, there might be some times where I'm like, wow, this, like, you know, did really well. I can hire an editor, you know? So, like, that's kind of, I think, you know, where we're at with definitely this list, right? Is that if I had an editor, things would be really easy. But me having to edit it all myself is where we run into problems, right? Not, like, total problems, but, like, not the best, right? But at the same time, like I said, I don't need to have all of these edited and completed and sitting on my hard drive. I just need to have them scripted and recorded would be the wish that I have inside of my heart. And even having them recorded is a little bit like, I don't know, because I might be able to record at my new location, like I already said. Don't worry, Jenny, I totally get it. Like, it's the same situation for us, right? Like, we're all broke here. I say that, like, genuinely, right? So don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's just, you know, in case one day there is a billionaire watching my stream and they want the pitch for why they should give me $10,000, I will hire editors and I will post all the time. Because if I had editors, like, my life would be so much easier. Obviously, I still have to record, but, you know. Recording takes me, like, at max 2 days, right? Editing sometimes takes me 4 or 5 days, right? But yeah, I feel good about all this, guys. I feel really good about what we talked about today. If anyone has anything, like, just any last-minute situation that you're like, Cal, I will die if you never cover this song that I love, or something, like, if you're like, now's the time. But I feel good about this. I feel good about what we've done. I feel like everything makes sense. We have some new formats that we can lean into. So if it's like, we're desperate to get a video out, bestie, and everything's going to shit, like, we can do a Prince video. And it's like, the structure is intact, and that makes scripting a lot easier. Whereas leading man problem, like, video essays like this are hell, because I have to basically invent a new format. Whereas when we do a song analysis, it's Sarah's confession, tease the key lesson at the end of the video, and then, like, we talk about the verse, and then we talk about the chorus, and then we talk about the bridge, and then the key lesson, and then we're done, right? It's a very, like, streamlined process. Kingdom Hearts, that's interesting. I just don't know how gaming is gonna do here. I feel like I would have to ease us in with, like, Kingdom Hearts Atlantica first. Right? Like, I feel like I'd have to ease us in with Atlantica, and then we would get somewhere. But if anyone's watching the VOD, here's the other thing I'll say before I head off for today and go rest and just bask in being, too old. In being 26 years old and being... Do I look 26, though, guys? Be honest. Do you guys think I look 26? Do you guys think I can still pass as, like, 23? you know? Anyway, I'm not saying I, like, look like 18, right? I'm just saying, like, gravity rewrite, but maybe that's a commission thing. That is interesting, though. Like, that's an interesting idea. But I like I said, I'm not gonna take any commissions until March just because I don't want to promise something to people and then people are like, Cal, what happened to you? And I'm like in shambles. You look much younger than 26. Well, thank you. I think it also just depends on my hair, too, right? How my hair's looking and all of that. I thought you were 21 or 22. Well, thank you. So, yesterday, if you guys weren't in the stream yesterday, I accidentally clicked on my, my search bar, and it exposed what I had searched recently, and most of it was okay. It was just like Gravity, Vox Populi, right? Because I was looking for thumbnails, but I had one, and I was like, why does my face look scrunched up when I'm smiling in photos? Because I was taking the thumbnail, and I was trying to, like, do a nice thumbnail where I was like, ee, right? And I was just like, I look weird. I don't know. Like, I feel like I have, like, hollowness under my eyes, and like I looked it up and they said either you can get injections or you can like gain weight basically, and I was like, am I just too skinny? What's going on? I don't know, right? And so I was like, it's the under eye that I have like a problem with. Not that I'm like wrinkly or anything, I just feel like I'm like there's no meat in there. There's no meat. And so, yeah, Hunter was like, Cal, like, what the fuck? Like, do I have to call somebody? Are you okay? And I was like, no, it just looked weird in the thumbnail. I don't know. Like, my face looks a lot different when I'm making that sort of, like, disappointed face that I make in a lot of my thumbnails where I, like, stare in the camera and I go like this and I'm just like, and I have my little pout or whatever. But when I'm smiling, like, I don't know, I feel like you can see the hollowness under my eyes. Maybe I need to sleep more. I don't know. Your complexion is phenomenal. Thank you. I'm having like the worst breakout of my life right now, so I'm glad that you guys can't see it. I'm glad that apparently it's not noticeable. What was I saying? Something. I'm too old for all of this. Probably I'm too old to be talking about princesses on the internet, but you know what? That's okay. So yeah, I feel good about all this. I feel good about the format. I feel good about, yeah, I hate needles too. So I don't think I would ever do that. Like, but I could fatten up, probably. I can stand to probably gain some weight. I don't know if that'll help. But no, I hate needles. I'm like terrified of them. So no, I would never do it. I don't think I'd be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to stomach it, right? Obviously, you know, as you get older as a performer, it's something that you need to think about, but I think that, like, for now, I can get away with it. Maybe in a couple of years, we'll have to revisit some needles. Right? But yeah, now I can't. It scares me. I'm actually terrified. But yeah, I feel good about all this. Loser baby. Okay. I will put it, here you go, vlog, just for you. I'm gonna make sure that it's, like, right up there. But yeah, it just depends. This may go great. I may, like, just, like, rip script after script after script, and it's just, everything's awesome. And, like, especially because in January, right, I already have this video pre-recorded so I can focus on scripting, and then for the rest of December, I can focus on scripting if we have Zootopia to rely on, and maybe this Has Been Musical Redemption video gets pushed until later, right? So, like, yeah, like, all of that, like, if I, like, lock in, you know, maybe we'll do even more than just this. But I feel good. Like, before I didn't feel good, because we didn't have a Has Been song in 2027, and then we also didn't have Twice Charmed, right? This is why I'd rather be a writer than a performer. Well, that's a nice part about having a VTuber, is that one day I can be an old hag and it's not gonna matter, right? There's a VTuber that, her video's gone like semi sort of like Twitter viral lately because she's 49. And she does not sound 49. Like, she's not doing, like, a cutesy, like, ooh-woo voice or anything, but, like, her voice just sounds very, like, she's in her 20s. Like, she sounds very youthful. But that's the thing, right? Even, you know, Liz Calloway, who was, did Anastasia and is also the speaker in Sarah's confession. You look at the behind the scenes video and she's like grandma age now, right? But like she still sounds so young. Like she sounds exactly like Anastasia and Odette. So, I can only hope that we all should be so lucky, but I will get on all of this. I'll get on it. And hopefully it'll be okay. Yeah, don't smoke. No. Yeah, that's the other thing. I hate any smoke. any smoke too. And I drink lots of water and I don't go outside, so we don't need to worry about the sunscreen. Oh man. But yeah, I feel good about this. And thank you guys all for joining. I literally thought that no one was gonna show up and there was gonna be 3 people and it was gonna be like me and my 3 people. But I can't believe that I think we had at one point, 25 people here, which I think is very good for like something like this sort of situation, right? Where it's like, help me make my videos, in the middle of a Sunday when people surely have better things to do with their weekend. But yeah, I feel good about all this, and so I will keep you guys updated. I always give the patrons a little update about like how stuff is going. Sometimes it's like it's not going, save me, oh no. Like sometimes it's not great, right, in terms of how it's going. Like this Disney Song Actually Canon video has been pushed like 7 times. It's been pushed all the time. So that's, bad. But otherwise, I do give the patrons and the YouTube members a little heads up in terms of how things are going and, VTuber stuff and stuff. So I think my plan... Oh gosh, you guys should see my Calxiyn schedule, but I don't know if my window is properly set up to show that. But yeah, my Calxiyn schedule is like what I do every day is crazy. But I guess Hunter and I are gonna go see Zootopia at some point. I guess we're gonna have to figure out when we're gonna go see Zootopia. So I think that I'm gonna get back into streaming Genshin this week. So I will make sure to remind you guys, but Genshin streams are on Friday. Twisted Wonderland is on Sunday. Twisted Wonderland anime reactions are on Wednesday, but it takes me time to edit them sometimes. But otherwise, we are gonna go full throttle scripting before I leave and abandon all of you. But I won't really be gone because my essence will be uploaded onto the internet. You know what would be crazy? We do all this work and then YouTube doesn't exist in 2027. But, let's not manifest that into the world, right? But, do you stream on Twitch or YouTube? I do both. I stream, multi-stream. But, I do stream on Calxiyn VODs on YouTube, yes. Have fun with Zootopia, too. We'll try. I haven't seen it in such a long time. I feel like it's up my alley, though, because I like Beastars. So I don't know how, the Zootopia brain rot, missed me, but I don't know. Maybe I was just busy. When did Zootopia 1 come out? I'm not sure. But yes. But yeah, don't worry about it, Merman. I didn't do a great job at advertising in terms of, I'm terrible with stream reservations because the problem is I have to make a thumbnail beforehand. So, some VTubers, they have their stream reservations set up a week in advance so people can get alerts and stuff. But I'll reiterate, if anyone's watching the VOD, you have a suggestion to contribute. You can, put it here. What will your next video be? Probably the Zootopia one, whatever we do with Zootopia, right? But otherwise, it'll be this has-been one, for sure. It's not gonna be leading man problem. I need more time to edit it. And potentially ask Merman and Bobby to help me edit it, maybe? Or, just for you guys' opinion. Same year as Moana? Yeah, maybe that's why? Because I didn't see Moana either, which is very odd, because I was such a big Disney fan. I'm like, what was going on in 2016? I don't know. I was 16 years old, so I'm trying to think. Oh! You know what else I was gonna talk about that I didn't get to? So today, officially, I have been doing YouTube for over half my life. So I wanted to talk about this at the beginning of the stream, but maybe this is a funny or heartfelt or something story to kind of end us off with. A lot of people have asked, Cal, what are you gonna do with your channels when you're gone? Or do you even need to do anything? Right? Some people have been like, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should just go on hiatus and you should just stop, right? But, like, I've been doing this for half my life. Like, starting tomorrow, I will be a YouTuber longer than I wasn't a YouTuber. And, like, even then, you know, I don't remember being 1 year old. I don't remember being 2 years old, right? And so even that, like, in my memories, I have been a YouTuber longer than I haven't been a YouTuber, right? So this isn't just a matter of I want to make sure my channels don't die while I'm gone, even though it is kind of like that. It's also like I know that I'm gonna need that outlet. I know that I can't just exist. Like I can't just do it. I can't just go around existing without thinking about YouTube videos. It's not gonna happen, right? And so even if like stuff gets so complicated that for some reason like this schedule doesn't happen with the 2027, I know that I'm still gonna be like, I don't know, in an alley somewhere recording my voiceover outside because I don't want to bother my roommates and talking about, you know, whatever's going on with the Disney princesses, right? Like, I feel like that it's just, it's impossible to give up in a sense, right? It's just like, you know, some of you are artists, some of you write and all of that stuff. It's like, you know, it's like breathing at some point. So it's not just like, oh, but Cal can't let the channels die or anything like that. It's just like, I'm gonna need this. Like, I'm gonna need to do this or I'll go crazy. Because this is just, you know, what I do and what I've always done and all of that sort of stuff, right? So I wanted to talk about that at the beginning of the stream and then I forgot. Also, something else that I wanted to mention was I am interested in kind of sprinkling in some of the gaming stuff with Hunter, like Hunter playing the Barbie games and stuff, but we'll have to figure all of that out at some other point. This is like, again, the schedule for like what I think is like most possible and everything like that. But I would like to move those videos onto this channel at some point, like relocate them, because I do think that they will generally do better here. And then maybe change up the intro to make it a bit more like hook the audience, even though they're old videos, so I'll see about that. But yeah, like, and you know, that's the other thing. I've been doing this with Hunter for such a long time that even if there's like oceans between us, like I can't imagine not doing it with Hunter. So like if Hunter needs to understand how my computer works and have a Discord like screen share tutorial for how to work OBS and stuff, like we're gonna figure out how to do it. So I don't want anyone, you know, to worry either. Right? Especially if like Ruby or something happens that like we're just not gonna be there, or we're not gonna do it together. We're gonna figure it out. There's definitely a way. Other YouTubers collab with each other all the time, despite not being in the same room. So I think that there's definitely a way. I think Discord screen share is probably the way, right? We have Discord on this monitor, right? And then we have the show on this monitor, or we press play at the same time, whatever, which that doesn't sound like it's gonna work because of the syncing issues, but whatever. Hunter like has this over here and then I record my camera and we sync it up. It's possible. Like there's definitely a way to do all this. So yeah, Hunter's gonna get a key to my house so she can come over and use my computer, but yeah, it's just like breathing for me at this point, and it doesn't even matter. And I think the test of that too, Merman, and I'm sure that, you know, you understand this too, is like, would you still do it if you got no views, right? Like if it didn't exist, and I feel like I would. You know, it's not just about like the views or attention or anything like that. Like I remember writing essays in high school for fun. Right? Like I was that like nerdy kid, not necessarily about the YouTube channel, but just about other things like for the YouTube channel, I should say, like not Ruby related, but about other things I found interesting, like books I was reading and stuff like that. And so like I'm just wired this way. Like we just gotta do it, you know? And I feel like it will be good for my mind, right? Because, you know, you can't just get stuck in work, right? You still need your hobbies and everything. Obviously, the time that I'll have for certain things, like, that's a different story, but I think that that's where we're gonna end it off, because we are good. We are good. We are good with this list. I'm gonna go have fun, somehow. Somehow for the rest of my day. I don't know, I'll spend time with RT. Maybe we'll play a little game, we'll have a little Uma Musume, but thank you everybody for joining. And I will see you guys later, okay? I'm gonna stay here until I see the Calxiyn writing to make sure the chat is synced up. But thank you guys for giving me, you know, the best birthday gifts that I could ask for, which was the gift of all of your time. And, you know, just like the great community that we have together, right? Oh no, I just got here, oh no! But yeah, I will see you guys all later. Bye, everybody.